We are live.
All right. And I will just, excuse me.
I'm waiting for my why am I not seeing I don't know.
Okay. It just come on my notification. So people were just notified. It just come on my notification.
Hi
Uh,
everybody.
I
I don't
gotta,
see anybody yet. I
yeah.
wondered, is it
Well, we'll
showing
just,
up on your phone?
it just come up on my notification. So maybe somebody will show up here in a minute. I'll look and see. I was going to.
Hopefully I did everything right.
Yeah, you did. Let me see.
I see where like I put like you bigger or me bigger. I see down below where the silhouettes are.
Uh, yeah, and you have. I think you got to put like two people. Yeah, if you go have
Oh,
two or three, or because if Lydia would come in, I guess you would do three, and then that would make it smaller. I guess. Still, I'm just talking. I told him I
well,
said, "Can't anybody hear me? Because I got my earplugs in anyway." So because if I unplug this thing, it would go cuckoo. Oh, maybe somebody would be kind enough to buy me a new something.
something, yeah.
I know there's somebody out there that's got money that would buy me a new laptop. I wouldn't want a computer.
My roommate and I just finally got new phones. His phone finally went totally pretty much out. So we had to. Our contract was up. So we went ahead and switched providers. Thank God. Sprint was a joke. That just didn't go well at all. So we're with Verizon now, which I'm glad. I'm so glad we've switched.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we were with Verizon and our bill was so high at one time. But the people are still Verizon. It's, who is it?
Straight talk.
Who?
Straight talk.
Straight Talk. And it's through, but it's Verizon line. And it's $55 a month for him and I. 55 for him and 55 for me. But it's you don't run out of minutes. I mean, it's good service because people don't realize it. It's through Verizon.
Oh, is
But
it really? See, I didn't know that either.
yeah, but you have to buy your phone. Yeah,
You have to buy it, yeah,
yeah,
outright.
yeah.
Yeah.
For Verizon, they let you have it, I guess. But they kind of, I don't know what they do. My husband's not happy with it, but um, I was trying to fix my wires. I had my chair turned all the way around the other way. I was, I thought I'm gonna turn my chair all the way around the other way, and I'm gonna put stuff on a table back there and start taking pictures and start putting it on something.
It's my bookie. Maybe we need to share this link on Facebook or something. Lately, notifications haven't
Hmm.
been coming to everybody. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
I wonder if let me see if there's a
Well,
way.
I know it popped up on my screen that you were going live. That was probably through YouTube, I reckon. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm gonna go right now to try to find. Try to find a way I can do it on Facebook.
Um, put hit like share screen, maybe. You see where it says share screen?
Yeah, I'm gonna go on.
And then maybe you can copy it and then go to Facebook and come back. That's sometimes I'll do that. Oh, we'll get somebody here in a little bit. It's gonna be California time soon.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could do it. I can't see that well with the way I'm holding this phone, but with my contacts the way they are. Um, oh, hi, Amanda. We do have somebody.
Oh, see, I don't even see that. Oh, that's because I've got private. Oh, let me change it.
Oh,
I got private chat. Okay. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
yeah. Also, the other thing we did besides get phones, because I had to, as soon as I made a little bit of money, I had to invest in, the business and different things.
Uh-huh.
We went to this warehouse in a neighboring town, and he has all kinds of desk and filing cabinets and office chairs for really, really cheap. I mean,
Yeah.
they're used, obviously, but they're really, really cheap.
Uh-huh.
And so I finally got a filing cabinet,
Oh,
um,
good.
and it was a blessing to find that person.
Yeah.
And I love it when you find people like that you didn't see before somehow, but when you're in need of something right away,
Yeah.
but you
Yeah.
can't afford like brand new, and you
That's how
find,
it works. Yeah.
yeah,
Just when
I
right
love
when
it.
you need it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oops.
Amanda, are you planning on going anywhere this weekend? Do you have plans?
Yeah, I can't believe holiday weekend. My son's birthday is tomorrow.
Is it?
He's going to be 30. I don't know. Time
Is,
flies.
is that the oldest or the youngest?
Yeah, my oldest.
The oldest? Oh, my. Yeah, it does fly.
I'm not
Mine,
sure what we're going to do this weekend.
the
What are you going to do?
27th. Oh, I'm not doing nothing. I hope it clears off some tomorrow. We've had rain for like 2 days because I want to get my front porch kind of cleaned up and get my flags and stuff like that. I just want to decorate, get my flags up, and I'll leave them up all year. I've always, I've got a flag up pretty much all the time somewhere. Um, but I'll leave them up until the wind blows them or tears them or the sun takes them down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just like to fly the flag. I had a real nice big one, and the wind was so bad it kind of just ripped it all to pieces. So I don't know. I'll have to get a big one, I reckon. I just got a lot of little ones, that I'll take like one of those, like pole, and then I'll tape it up there, so it'll be up high. And then I got one of those twirly things, the red, white, and blue ones from the Dollar Tree the other day. so the
Oh,
wind will blow it. You know, I've got a lot of things that I've put up, but I I had one time I took and painted like the wood, like the red, white, and blue, but it's all faded now.
thank you, Amanda, so much. I appreciate
Yeah,
that. Um, yeah, Amanda, your son is into golf. That's awesome. I know a lot of people this weekend are anxious about what they are going to do in art because of what's going on in the world, but um, I don't have any set plans, but hopefully I can
good.
finally see some family members I haven't seen in a while. That would be really great for this weekend, you know?
Yeah.
I wish I had a grill. I'd love to cook out. Hi,
Oh,
Bob.
hi, Bob. Good night, honey. I love you. Yeah, she's rubbing the dogs and telling me good night. I love you. Good night, Megan. Oh Lord, yeah, we have a grill. Well, my son does because they wear out so bad, and his is gas. But Jeff wants charcoal. I don't know. It's just so I don't know. It just takes so long to cook on a charcoal grill, but that's what he's going to buy. He said he's going to get him one, so we'll see.
We
I don't
can't
know which one he wants.
we can't have a grill in the place where we're living now. We're
I know.
trying to move this year. I'm I'm hoping that we can move this year like we want.
Yeah,
That is going to be awesome if we can. I'm
yeah.
just hoping it happens. A
Oh, I
lot of
know.
big changes for us this year. I mean, um, I started the business. We've had, my son move out. We've had all these big, big changes. So I'm kind of looking forward to, what's going to happen in the future this year because already a lot of changes have gone on.
I know. I know. I've taken, I don't know. I mean, I know there's apartment buildings around here like that can't because, I mean, actually, one apartment caught on fire because they had a grill, but they weren't supposed to have one. And, but sometimes you go to the park or something. I mean, you could come to my house.
Yeah,
Uh, my son and they're going camping. Y'all could come here and we grill, have some steaks
that would be awesome. You
and
don't
my
know how bad I just want to get in a car and just drive and go visit people. I
yeah,
miss people so much because of everything. I just want to go see everybody. You know,
yeah. We actually had a church service Sunday. Um, we when we walked in, Jeff said, "I wonder how it's gonna be." I don't know. I don't know. He didn't say. He just said, "Come or don't come." So, but they had the middle row. They had the chairs pushed all the way against the wall, and everybody had to sit, like so far apart, you know. But it was so good to just go back to church. I mean,
yeah.
you can go to Walmart, but you can't go to church. I don't get
I
it.
know. I
There's
don't
somebody
either.
6 feet. I mean, and you walk past somebody at Walmart, you walk right past them. That's not 6 foot. That's 2 inches.
Yeah,
But you can't go
I
to
don't
church.
either. It's sad the way everything has gone to this level
All
of
right, Amanda.
extreme.
She said she'd be
I
right
hope you
back.
come back, Amanda. Thank you, everybody who's joined. If you want to say hi, that'd be great. We're just having a chat tonight. Um, I wanted to just catch up with Blandine and other people. Hopefully, some other friends if you would like to join us, I can send you a link to your Gmail. That would be great. You're more than welcome to join us. We're just talking about whatever, comes to mind or whatever we've been doing lately. And honestly, I think for me, it's good to have friends that you can just catch up with and talk to about their everyday, what's going on, um, what plans they have, and that's just what we're doing. Bob,
That's sweet, Bob. Next
that's,
time he's at your house, you're going to have to show him his
yeah,
face.
yes, he has a face. We haven't, yeah, he hasn't been on air, has he?
No, he hasn't. He's
Bob's
talked
been
and helped you.
one thing, everybody, that Blandine and I personally have in common is my roommate Bob here. He drives truck for
Hmm.
a living, and so that's what he does. And Blandine's husband used to do the same thing, so we have that in common. And we know how stressful that job is. It's a highly stressful job. Of course, you have to. It's not just driving a car. Obviously, it's a way bigger vehicle, and it can hurt people if you are not careful.
You
And
can't stop it. You can't stop when they run in
right,
front of you. I mean, it's like, oh, today it was like a car cut me off. And then this other truck was going in the same lane to turn off, and oh, it's almost a wreck. Well, if that would have been Bob, the trucker, he probably would have hit him because you can't stop him
right.
on a dime.
And a
What's wrong?
lot of truck drivers
She don't want to play.
in those instances, no
Right.
matter that they're the person that didn't do anything wrong, they get blamed. It's
Oh yeah.
unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. You know.
Rebel. Come on. I know. Then there's some of them that think they run the road. Sorry,
Yeah,
they own the road. Road.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Look at that black cat. You only have one?
No, I actually have five.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
I've never seen the black one before. It's black.
he just about okay. He's about ready to jump up on my cabinet. But yeah, he's my one that especially when I do a
Come on,
live, he wants,
Piper, come here. I know.
he definitely wants that attention. So I'm
Yeah,
like, okay,
they want me to go to bed. Oh,
oh, they're ready for bed, huh?
well, that's what she's wanting. I know, because she's going over here. I tried this carbonated water, and it's not bad. I think I heard someone say that it helps your restless legs. So
Oh,
we'll
really?
see.
I hope that works. Hi, Cricket.
Hmm.
Nice to see you.
Hi, Cricket.
Glad you could join us.
Just drinking
We are
away.
just having a chat, really about anything. I'm wiping hair off my face now. Really about just everyday life, what's been going on with us, with you. Feel free, everybody in the chat, to please let us know how you're doing and what you've been up to. What are your plans this weekend for the holiday? That's what we've been discussing. So definitely, I would like, your feedback. This is a conversation basically with all of us, but I have Blandine live, and
Mhm.
anybody who wants to join us live, if you would like, just let me know. And I do know how to send the link Gmail, so just let me know. At least I mastered that. I think
Or
maybe.
whatever mail they have, right?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's true. Whatever mail you guys. Yeah, as a truck driver, I've seen Bob. I mean, the stress that they are under with, like I said, not just the fact that they have a way bigger vehicle than like we do driving a car, but they have to worry about, like, he has alarms, for example, that go off if he gets too close to the shoulder or the uh,
If he goes
middle.
too fast.
Yeah, oh
See,
yeah,
they've started that. They used to not have that stuff, but now
yeah,
they do. And they keep track of everything. It's like, I mean, they can tell where you're at.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
crazy.
it's crazy, but it's safer, but sometimes it's not really.
I drove a semi, just the truck part, not the trailer, just for a little bit in the driveway, and I was like, no, no, I could never, no,
My
that
God.
is not
Oh
me.
my
I cannot.
Jesus. I drove a school bus one time, and I think I was on there 2 months, and that was it for me. Oh, they would call me in the morning, and automatic was okay, but then they called me and I had to go to the school, find the bus, and then it was a stick shift. And I'm like, oh, and then I didn't know where to go. Oh, what do you do? Well, you go and you pick up your first child, and then they tell you where your next child is. And then there's uh, a cow in the road. Oh my Lord.
That, yeah, and these highly stressful jobs. Welcome back, Amanda. Um, these highly stressful jobs, because bus driving is another one. It really takes
Oh,
so much patience and.
hey Lydia.
Hey, Lydia, do you want to join us? I didn't know if you've seen my text. If you do, I can send you a link. We're just having a chat about whatever kind of comes to our heads. Right now, it's about bus driving, truck driving, and things that are stressful like that.
And what we gonna do this weekend?
Yeah, what are you guys going to do this weekend? I know somebody did say something. Um, Definitely, Nadine, sometime when I head down south, I will definitely, I want to take another drive down south. Bob and I, he can tell you, when we've taken a drive down south, like to see how far we can get and what, it was so fun to see
Uh-huh.
all these places you've never been, and love it.
Yeah.
I wish I could do that all the time. It's really therapeutic, honestly. You know,
I'd
oh,
sleep.
Lydia just woke up.
I would sleep. I would sleep.
Have you been to the up in the Ozark Mountains?
No.
Okay. Well, here's what I would say. If you ever want to go there, be prepared for an all-day trip. Literally, it's half the day to go up one mountain, half the day to go down.
Oh
It is.
my.
Now, I like the mountains. Don't get me wrong. That's why I wanted to go up one. I'm like, oh, mountains. We don't have mountains where I'm at. Let's go. Oh,
Yeah.
Dean,
Yeah.
the
We have.
Ozarks. I didn't know this, but did you know that the nickname for the Ozark Mountains is the Little Grand Canyon?
No.
Okay. When I went there, I think Bob and I, it was 2005.
Uh-huh.
And this was right after we went there. I don't know if it was, I want to say May. And it was right after a big, huge ice storm. And the
Oh,
ice storm like started up in the east and Michigan, New York, all the way, and it went all the way down south. And the South wasn't used to seeing ice,
mhm.
uh, and it was so much ice that it weighed down the trees. When you got to the top of one of the mountains and down in the Ozarks, the trees, there was still ice, still, and it
Yeah, that's
wouldn't.
what happens here. Yeah, if
Yeah,
we get ice, it'll weigh them down. It'll break. It'll break electric lines. all kinds of stuff. If it's ice, yeah, we'd much rather have snow than ice.
Yeah, ice, I tell you what. I mean, up here we're used to both, but I
Uh-huh.
mean, obviously we'd prefer the one over the other by
Oh
far.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, but I've noticed lately, have you noticed every winter when we up here get a really bad ice storm, it goes down several states now. It goes down into the south, and the
yeah.
south, like, I mean, Florida and Texas lately, every winter have been getting like one round of snow, and they didn't used to.
I know. We haven't had snow in almost, well, 2 years, 3 years. This, I mean, we didn't have any this year, last year. Uh, it goes like that, and then all of a sudden you'll have 5 foot.
Yeah.
I've been to Maine. I took a trip to my husband, but my husband had a hunting trip, and him and his friends. So his wife and I went with them. We went to Maine, and I've been to Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas. I've been to the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was a trip. Yeah, that was a trip. And Ohio and Cherokee, North Carolina. I love Cherokee. Down Dollywood and everything. But I love to go to Cherokee. Uh, I don't know. It's just something special about that.
I love going down south because I feel, I don't know what it is, but whenever we take trips down south, and I prefer to drive because that's when you can really take in everything and we can stop and get out and go to, like, we went in the this one cavern. It's called Ruby Falls or Ruby
Yeah.
Hills. Ruby Hill.
Ruby
I don't know.
Falls.
Oh, oh boy. There we go. It's
We have Brent Caverns here, and then we have Luray Caverns. And now I have been to Grand Caverns. We've got the Natural Bridge. I mean, we have got so much for people to see, and that's why people come here in our
well,
area.
it's just whenever I drive down there, the feeling I get, honestly, I just feel at home. It's
Yeah.
almost this feeling of comfort, like,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like you feel this is where you should be, like, visiting a lot, just because it feels so right. That
Yeah.
feeling I get, and I love stopping at the little diners, especially because they have the best food. Like
Yeah.
the hole in the wall.
Yep.
Uh,
They have good food. Yep. And
but
you're,
yeah, we've done a lot. I've gone through. I think now I've been through every state from the east all the way down on that side, on the eastern part. It's just I got to go out west. I'd really like to go, you know, roaming around sometime. Go see
yeah.
Lydia, wake her up out of bed.
Huh?
Lydia, did you hear me? But
Oh,
I like I like traveling and seeing. Of course, it's very different than than here. I mean, we'd go down and we were wearing shorts, and everybody was wearing coats and sweaters. They're like, "You're wearing shorts, aren't you?" I said, "We're from the north. This is
yeah.
not cold." It's 60 there, and we're actually a little bit hot because we're
Yeah.
used to,
Yeah.
what I mean?
And the humidity, our humidity is so bad. It's awful. Um, you can go outside and be outside 10 minutes and you're soaking wet from the humidity.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens though when you're from somewhere that you're not used to going, and there's a complete weather change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
People look at you; they can tell you're not from around there.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
see, yeah, when I went to the Philippines, a lady I worked with was a friend, and she invited me. It was her and her sister. Her sister lived in San Francisco, um, California. Yeah, so that's where we were going to stop. Is that what the Golden Gate Bridge is?
Um, Golden Gate Bridge is where'd you say San Francisco?
Yeah,
Yeah, I believe so, isn't it?
yeah,
I
yeah.
think
That's where she lived, and so we went to San Francisco and stopped there and stayed there for a couple of days. Okay, and they're like,
yeah,
"Oh, shorts,
yeah.
shorts, shorts, shorts! I'm about to freeze to death." I,
See, right now, if I came down there, like for you guys, I noticed like when it's like 75, 80 degrees, you guys are like, oh, this is perfect. And for us, we go down there, we're like, oh my God, I can't breathe.
yeah, I know. So
uh,
then we left San Francisco and flew straight into the Philippines, and it was. I mean, I wanted to go. I really wanted to go. It was a good experience, you know. I mean, I could never go by myself. I wouldn't know where I was going, but it was so nice. That's pretty.
Lydia noticed that ring.
Ah,
Yes,
she's right
Lydia,
that one.
I gotta wear one.
Yeah,
Well, you know, Blandine, okay, you said you've been to Ohio. Now, here's the thing about me. I was born in Ohio, but I only lived the first 2 years in Ohio of my life. And then after that, we moved to Michigan,
hmm,
and that's where I lived most of my life. And then we've just been here in Indiana for, it's going on shortly. Like next week, it'll turn 4 years of being here.
yeah. Well, see,
So,
I went out and spent the summer with my grandparents. I mean, I guess I've been in Virginia pretty much all my life. Sometimes my mom would move to North Carolina and I'd go there for a little bit, but no, I wouldn't stay, long. But I've lived here uh, in Virginia all my life, just about. Yeah, yeah. I've just traveled different places. Sometimes Jeff, when he was younger, he would haul cattle, and I take the kids. Well, I had Chris then, my oldest one, and we would just jump in the truck and go with him, And he'd haul cattle and pigs, sheep. So, and then my dad, I think he lived in Oklahoma or Texas or somewhere, and Jeff was going out that way. So we got in the truck, and Dad picked us up, and we spent the night. Then Jeff come back and going back home and met us and picked us up. But we would go. Uh, I think we saw a lot of things. Yeah, one time he took me to New York, and I wasn't a happy camper. Or New Jersey, I can't remember. I'm like, no wonder you're so mean. The way these people drive,
yeah,
it's
it's so
different.
weird. It is different. And you probably
Oh
being
God, the
old like
Philippines.
that,
The Philippines is 4 times. I say the Philippines is 8 times worse.
is it?
I mean,
I bet.
it's like
Yeah.
they beep the horn and beep their horn, or a bicycle, or a motorcycle with 5, 6 people on it. I mean, you see a movie, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. It's
Yeah.
awful. It's awful. I mean, it was like, scare me to death. Just take me to the motel and get me out of here.
Yeah. I got that feeling when I went to Toronto.
Yeah.
Uh, I rode every type of vehicle that started with a T. Of course, we rode the train there. We rode a trolley. We rode the taxi. Rode on, you name it. We rode on it just because it was our senior trip
Yeah.
from school. And I tell you, busy like downtown, like Toronto. Oh my gosh, it's like New York City. I literally, we had to cross a street, a busy intersection, and the light, finally we waited till it turned green. So we start crossing it, thinking we got normal time, like normal lights.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, they switch to they switch to the red when you're in the middle of the street. So I'm like, oh my gosh! And the cars go ahead; they don't care. They go ahead and come right at you, and I'm like, what is going on?
Oh my
I
goodness.
I had to run in my heels. I was in heels, and my heel got stuck in the manhole. The
No.
grate. It got stuck, and here comes this woman on a wheelchair. I kid you not, this happened. I mean, you can't make this up. Here I am, my heels caught, and I'm trying to yank it out of there without getting ran over. And people were beeping at me because I was in the road at the edge. But this woman on a wheelchair was flying around the corner. I was like on the corner because the grate was right there.
Yeah.
She almost hit me. If I wouldn't have moved, she
Oh
was
no.
because it's so busy. Like I said, it's not like New York City. Like if you don't move, you're gonna get ran over by something or someone. She
Yeah.
almost ran over me in a wheelchair.
Good time of day.
I mean, you can't. And then so I had to finally take my shoe and rip the thing out of
Yeah.
like almost like you feel like you're fighting to stay alive because all the
Yeah.
traffic.
You see those on TV.
Oh my gosh. It was the most. It was scary and yet funny, like hilarious. Like if I was somebody looking at me, I would have been laughing so hard because it was funny. You know what I mean? I'm stuck in the grate in the manhole, and here
Yeah.
comes this lady on a motorized like wheelchair coming straight for me. I've got the cars coming this way. I'm like, you can't make this up. Like I'm a sitting duck.
Oh my. That's funny.
Now, if that happened to me now, I'd probably get hit because I wouldn't be able to,
Yeah.
you know,
You see stuff like that
but
on movies. That's so funny. And but then think about it happening to you. It's unreal.
I love Toronto. You know, they had a museum there in town. It was of the Egyptian, like there were tombs, mummies, not tombs. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
coffins, like mummies with
Yeah.
still intact. Like they
Yeah.
had,
Yeah. They have them out. They're called, yeah, I know. They stand up and you
yeah.
open it and their mummy is inside in the cloth.
But it was a very like some things were hard to look at. It was one of those. And then we went to a museum, like an art museum, where we seen really nice paintings. It was just so. And there was a guy. There was a vendor on each corner of every part of
Yeah.
the intersections throughout Toronto. And this one guy would sell like Polish sausages and hot dogs. And we stopped there to get one to snack on. And he would sing "You Are My Sunshine" to all the women and give them a carnation.
Oh,
Like,
that's so
oh my
sweet.
gosh. I want to keep going back just because
That's so sweet. You don't hear that.
I know. I miss it. One day I want to go back, but I want
Yeah.
to take people with me because
Yeah.
it was so fun to have a group of people,
Yeah.
experience what you are experiencing.
I've watched one of them YouTube things where I don't know if you've seen it or not, but there's the Bushman or the bush tree. Have you ever seen that?
I don't think I have. No.
Oh my Lord, you got to get on there and watch it one time. It's called The Bushman or something. And he's dressed as a bush and he's humbled down like this. And then people walk past him and he jumps up and scares the daylights out of them.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God. Because they could be coming out of a big ball game or, or a football game. I mean, it is so funny. It's so funny. Sometimes
Could you imagine that? Somebody.
sometimes you think somebody could have a heart attack or something. But
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
it's funny though. It's funny. It's funny.
do they go and chase them down and try to?
Oh, they cussing. Yeah, some of them get so mad they'll cussing. Yeah. And then some of them, laugh but yeah, it's funny. And then they might have sometimes, and they might have one or two. It might be one on one side, like a tree standing, and oh, it's funny.
Oh my gosh.
I can get on that and watch it sometimes and just laugh my butt off. And that's to me, anything that I can see, and it's not really that bad. But the worst one that I saw was that he was on like a trail that people exercised on, and they ran.
Oh. Oh my
And
God.
the trail was kind of like on the side of the road, and it had bushes, and he would be there, and he would jump out, and the cops come after him a couple times and told him to stop. But it's like, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're making me have a heart attack!" And they beat him with a purse, and it's funny. It's
Oh
funny.
my gosh.
Look it up. It's funny. If you want to laugh,
I'll
look
have
it
to.
up.
Yeah, I mean, well, in today's world, everybody needs a good laugh sometimes, to get through.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, that one will make me laugh. Then there's some place they have a cowboy, and I don't know where it's at, but I mean, he doesn't do any. He just sits there. It's like he's got. He's got his hat down, but it's like he's not metal, but like the sterling bronze. He's called the Bronze Man, I think. And he just sits on the bench.
Oh my gosh.
And people and this it must be a restaurant or something. And he just sits there. And he'll just sit there like this, and his hat will be down. It's a cowboy. And the women will come over and they'll like, "Oh, let me take a picture." And they'll put their arms around him and he'll move and oh, and then some of them will be, like flirty. Oh, I'm gonna sit on his lap, and then he'll move, and he's like, "Oh my God, yeah." But he's not as bad as the other one, yeah, because I think he just sits there. He does that all day, and even men, sometimes men they'll just sit down beside him. I mean, just to sit down on the bench to wait, for their wife or something.
Yeah.
And he'll speak out and he'll say, "How you doing?" It's just crazy.
Oh my gosh. That would be freaky.
Yeah, but it is. Then they want to take their picture with him, and he does. But I think he's called the Bronze Man, I think.
We see, you know how, I think it was Jay Leno that used to have a guy, one of the comedians that would speak to customers pumping gas, at a certain gas station. He would be wired up to where he would come on. Have you ever been to a gas station where they have those screens, like a TV that it'll, I don't know, it'll like put specials that are going on at the station, and it'll, like a news reporter come on there and actually physically talk.
Yeah.
Well, the comedian goes on there and directly talks to the person pumping gas. And he'll be like, "Hey, you in the red shirt with the white hat," that kind of thing, and he'll be like, look around like, "You're talking," because it's live, like he's directly
Yeah.
talking. Like, "Yeah, you, can you sing a song? What's the song?" Or do something like that. It's so
Uh-huh.
I loved that segment when Jay Leno used to do that.
Yeah.
It was fun. I loved it.
Yeah. Well, they have one more, but they're kind of like they could get rated R because it's three guys and it's like a challenge, okay? And the two of them stay back and the other one goes and he has to do what they tell him to do. And a lot of times it might be
You
in
know
the
what
grocery.
you're talking
Have
about?
you
Yeah,
seen that? Sometimes it's in the grocery
my
store. Or,
son loves that. It's
oh
called. I
my
forget what
God!
it's called.
And sometimes it's awful. It's so,
Sometimes it's really bad
sometimes it's
what they
bad,
do.
but sometimes it is so funny because I
Yeah.
mean, you just sometimes they'll be on the beach and one of them will say, "All right, you lay down beside that guy." It's so funny.
I know, and they have to do it. Like
They
they
have
have
to
to
do
accept.
it, or they're forfeited.
Yeah, and then there's some sort. I thought there was some sort of like if you say no, there's some sort of like other punishment thing that they do.
Yeah, yeah, they do. They do. They make you do something. I can't remember what it
But yeah,
is, but
I think when it crosses the line is when some of the physical
yeah.
parts that
Yeah,
go
yeah, that's not,
um,
yeah,
like just to get a laugh, like some of the
yeah,
stuff that in the real world
yeah.
would
I don't
not.
like that. I don't like that at all
Yeah,
either. Yeah. I mean, like trying to stick something in somebody's bag or shopping cart or, or just stupid stuff. But when they go to making sexual gestures and stuff like that, did I mean, I don't like it.
yeah. It is funny though the shows that do make you laugh with the. I mean the scaring people. Yeah, I've seen people though. They'll be carrying out a drink and somebody will scare them and it'll go all. I'm like, see, that would be my luck. It'd be funny up
Then you
until
can read their
that
lips
happens.
knowing they're cussing. I'm like,
Yeah. And I've
I
seen
don't know.
some shows like that where the people actually get arrested. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is this worth it?
No,
You know,
I
because
used to like.
nowadays you can get arrested for all kinds of
Oh, I
stuff.
know. Do you remember the show? Uh, where they would play tricks on them. It was a white-haired man. Uh, it used to come on TV all the time. I can't remember it now. Um, and it was like it was funny. It was funny. Like they would go in and do an interview and say they would go in and sit and do an interview and they'd ask them all kinds of stupid. Oh, Candid Camera. That's it. Do you remember Candid Camera?
Oh, yeah, I remember that show. Yeah.
That was a
That
good one.
show, they had for a long time, and then when they shut it down, they shut it down for a little while, and then they came back with a new
Yeah.
host and all
Yeah.
that. Yeah. And of course, it wasn't as good because then some of the things were too, like I said, then it started going into crossing the line. You
Well,
know,
that's true. But do you know now that I can go and I can watch a movie, say The Goonies or something else, and there would be cussing. Those kids would cuss like some of, and I wouldn't pay no attention. But now I go back and look, and I'm like, what the heck? That was still going on. You know, it's
yeah.
it's like I don't remember that. you know.
It's true because there's so many.
They sneak it in, you know, they
Yeah,
sneak it in.
there's
And
so many shows. Even back then that it only took like one cuss word or one I don't know, somebody called somebody a name, and you're like, we went through the practically the whole show. They could have done without it, but they.
yeah, yeah. And
So yeah.
especially the Christmas movie where that man had that woman's leg up there for that lamp. The Christmas story.
Oh, the Christmas story. I was like, which one?
He bought that lamp that had that woman's net stockings on, and his wife broke it.
I haven't seen that in so long. I don't even think I
We
remember
we
the
watch it every
movie.
year.
I haven't seen that in ages, but to where I don't even remember like what happened directly in there.
Oh,
But
it's
yeah,
so
that movie I used to watch. I know that.
yeah, it was funny. And that old man, the dogs ate their turkey.
I tell you what movie I like to see all the time. Like I mean every year at least. I don't get to, I think, but I try to is Sound of Music.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But I think her like Julie Andrews as a person, I think
hmm
she's so wonderful. Like she
yeah.
would be a woman I could definitely I'd want to just hang out with her.
Oh, yeah.
All the stories she has and all the
hmm
stuff she's been through, I'd love to just sit and listen to her.
Yep. Then they had Oklahoma, that one. I love John Wayne. I love. Um, I could watch him I did watch him every day until I turned the TV off and gave the box to my Amanda's mom. Gunsmoke, Bonanza.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
I
God, I love them. I love them. You know.
back then the westerns. I will say this: back then, everybody used to watch the westerns, the
Yep.
western shows. I think everybody did.
Yeah, that's all that was on, really. I think mainly the Virginian. I mean, I think I don't know. I remember them. I remember. Do you remember the one J.R. Ewing?
Oh, Dallas.
Dallas. Yeah,
Yes, my mom. That was one show. Like she'd be into it, and she'd be like, realize that we're watching it, like we were still awake. Hey, go to bed. Like she didn't want us to, because
yeah.
back it was sort of like,
Well,
you
yeah,
know, well, it was the soap opera, but at
it
night.
was at night. Yeah,
My mom did not like want us
yeah,
watching that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand, but yeah, that was a bad one. That was a
That one, I think, like I was a little kid then, and that show was so like, and this person and trying to figure out who shot JR and all this mess, and then I was like, why does why do the people in my family, some of them actually want to watch the show?
I mean, I know everybody that watches TV think it's for real life. And and I tell them, I say, y'all so stupid. It's not real. But I mean, I used to get into it. I used to watch soap operas during the day. Uh, but I don't do it anymore. I don't want
There were
anybody to do it.
shows back then that even the ones that didn't say they were a soap opera, they really, really were. Like,
Oh,
okay, remember the show Charlie's Angels?
yeah.
Okay, honestly, I mean that wasn't okay. Not really a legit soap opera, but there was
Yeah.
a storyline. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Charlie. hmm
yeah, so, but Dallas definitely. I mean, they admitted that was a soap,
Well,
and
I mean, Hawaii Five O. I mean, all
yeah,
of them. you know, all of
And
them.
then Falcon's Crest came along, and
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me go get. Oh boy. Yeah, I remember the shows I liked. The shows I liked were the comedies. I liked Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley, and
Yeah, me too.
I liked, of course, the Brady Bunch, but Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, me too.
Gilligan's Island had me going all the time. I loved to watch that show. You know.
Oh, I know. Beverly Hillbillies.
Night, Amanda.
Good night, Amanda. Yeah, all of those crazy. Um, so how they come up with them? Green Acres. I
Oh yeah.
that was one that like telephone pole on the telephone up on the wires. It was, oh my goodness. Some of the
The
shows.
Partridge Family was another one.
Yeah, yep. I grew
I
up.
would
Yeah,
like. Did you ever watch the?
the Monkeys. Did you watch the Monkeys?
I no, I don't.
It was Hey Hey at the Monkeys, and it was like Davy
I
Jones.
might have.
And yeah, you're probably.
Um,
I'm older
I'm
than you
sure I
are.
did, but remember the Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys, the show that would come on Saturdays,
I
Saturday
never.
nights.
Yeah, I never watched. Yeah, yeah, I do.
We would go
Uh,
over to my cousin's house every Saturday. It got to be like a ritual. We would do that every Saturday and go over and watch.
you ain't in bed. Why? Oh, the race is on. Oh, that's why you're not in the bed. The race come on tonight. I wondered why he's up so late. The Lord. They racing again. They'll get their race cars on the road. He won't be going nowhere.
I trying to get these cats to settle down. Um, yeah, I miss the old shows that, like I said, for me it was the comedies that when
You
I
know,
was.
even Carol Burnett, they had the twist, uh, the Carol Burnett show.
Yeah, now I didn't get to see a whole lot of that one. Because back then I was a kid to where we had this curfew, and
Yeah,
some of those shows came on at a time
late.
I wasn't supposed to be up,
Yeah,
so I didn't get to see all of them. But I
yeah.
remember, back then they used to have the movies that would come out on the TV
Uh,
like first, and then I remember when oh that classic Wizard of Oz came on TV.
yeah.
It's in the movie theater. It
And it
came
would,
on
yeah,
first.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
It would
Oh
come
yeah.
on like at 7 o'clock at night so everybody could watch it. I love the Wizard of Oz. It's like, stay home. Don't go to church. Watch the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I remember there was it would come on every year, kind of like,
Yeah,
Charlie Brown,
yeah.
Snoopy, and it would come on, certain seasons, but
Mhm.
yeah, I remember.
Charlotte's Web. I loved that. Charlotte's Web would come on every once
Oh,
in
I remember Charlotte's
I
Web. Yeah.
love that. Yeah, I love that. I think that's the first book I ever really, really, really read.
Yeah, Charlotte's Web was another one that we watched all the time. I mean, You had to. I think every kid had to watch it, you know. Yeah, I remember all those good ones.
Yeah.
And I still wouldn't mind watching those. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Still to
me
this day.
either. Yeah.
It takes you back to your
Yeah.
childhood, you
I've
know?
got a VHS in here. So I'll go in there and I'll get in the kids' in the movies because they got a lot of VHSs. And I'll go in there and I'll pick out one, one of the old ones like that. And I'll sit in here and watch it. I can't remember what I watched the other
You
day.
know?
Um, I don't know what it
We're
was.
just talking about whatever kind of hits our heads right now. How
Yeah,
you how you doing, Willow? We were also wondering what you guys were gonna do this weekend, if you made plans or if you didn't with everything going on. I know some people are still gonna have get-togethers and some people are choosing not to, so I can't wait till I can really, really visit everybody who I've missed.
we're
That
talking about TV shows, all the oldies.
Yeah, we're talking right now about TV shows and all the old movies and stuff like that. I can't remember.
We already did. Yeah, we took a
I'm
trip.
trying to think of what was the first movie I ever got to see in a movie theater, but for the life of me, I can't think of it.
But yeah, Megan helped me. The first, oh, you know what? I don't know.
I don't remember at all. I
I was
can't.
a, I was a junkie on Dark Shadows. Did you ever? You probably never watched Dark Shadows, did you?
No.
Oh, see, it would come on about 3:30 in the evening. Okay, and I would get home just in time in school to watch it. It was a vampire, um, werewolf, vampire, um, soap opera. Oh my goodness! And my mom would come home and she'd fill the TV. You've been watching Dark Shadows to see if the back of the TV was hot.
Well, Willow, I'm glad you got your injection. I hope you get to feeling better. Yeah, Bob, it is my old age. Yep. And remember, you're older than me, so there you go.
Sounds like I'm going to show something. What? What am I going to show, Lydia?
Lydia thinks you're going to show some jewelry. You want her to show
Oh,
some?
no, no, no. We're just talking tonight. No, no, no. Tomorrow.
Um, I I think yeah, it was. Let's see, Happy Days came on first, and then Laverne and Shirley came on afterwards.
Yeah.
And I would just sit there. Oh my word! All I did was laugh. It was so funny to me, you know.
Yeah. Howard, Fonzie.
Oh, that's cool, Willow. She said she would go see a matinee.
On the main street and use my allowance to catch an afternoon matinee. Oh, okay. Well, we used to have drive-ins too. We would drive in.
Oh, I remember going to the drive-ins as a kid. I
Yeah.
loved it. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
We have one in our town. And when I lived in Michigan, we had one we had one there too that it was like a half an hour away. This
Yeah.
one that we have here in town is closer.
Yeah.
So
We have one about a half an hour away, but it just opens up in the summertime. My husband and I When we got married, every weekend we were at the drive-in and used to watch the scariest things. Oh my God, Jason and oh Lord, scare myself to death. The worst shows in the world.
Yeah, we had in Michigan, when I was a teenager, we had a drive-in theater, and it was Christian based, and they would show like Christian movies. And,
Okay.
um, but it was great because not only that it had decent, obviously, movies, and they were actually good. I mean, some were not as great because the acting was not there,
Yeah.
but it was great because I was raised in the church, so like all our friends would go and we'd all meet up, and uh,
Uh-huh.
some of us would walk around, not always looking at the movie.
Right.
Some
But you
of
were
us,
doing
you
what you
know,
thought you were supposed to be doing.
mingle. Yeah, I like to mingle. And then my
Yeah.
mom got on, and she's like, "I'm going with you." And I'm like, "Oh, no, please don't." She's like, "No, I'm going with you. You kids aren't going to be out there by yourselves." And I'm like, "Oh, you just ruined it." Oh, but I love the drive-ins. I love them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We had one of the last here drive-ins in the country, but it closed about 10 years ago, and a truck stop was put in there. Oh,
Uh,
yeah, and like I said, up here in the tri-state area, there are, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, there are still some drive-ins that are still open. And right now there's controversy of when they open, of course, but I do love them.
mm.
It's sad to see a lot of them have gone. They've closed down, you know.
Has to be so dark to show them now. So by the time the movie starts showing, I'm ready to go to bed.
Oh, I know. I mean, some of these don't start until almost midnight,
I know,
and
or
then
8:30 or 9 o'clock
like
when it gets dark.
some of the drive-ins, we got used to the ones that had two movies, not just one.
Yeah.
We were there for 4 hours, and it was already midnight when it started.
Hmm.
Oh wow, yeah. I think the day and age of drive-ins has pretty much it doesn't have the appeal to people that it did like when we were growing up as kids. I mean, I tell you what, we all lived for it. Like
Oh yeah.
we would plan like the weekend. It was on a weekend, and we would usually ours was on Friday nights,
Hmm.
and we would plan that Friday night.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? It was a big deal.
Yep. For us too.
Oh, that's 1900s. Wow. Yeah, I don't know when drive-ins started opening around the country, but I know it was a long time ago, but I loved them.
Hmm.
And of course, like on special, like 4th of July, sometimes they would also have a show, like a fireworks show, and like a combination, depending on what the holiday was and what was going on.
Hmm.
That we used to go to the drive-ins was our big deal, and so was roller skating.
Yeah. I can't skate.
I can't now, but I used to be so good at it.
I never could. I tried my hardest.
I can't for the life of me, but it's because I'm not skinny like I used to be, where I could balance better.
Yeah.
Now, for sure, if I get on skates, oh, I can't imagine. I wouldn't make it. I'll just tell you that. I'd be breaking some bones.
We
I'm
had an
sure.
ice rink, ice skating ring on top of the mountain, and they made their own ice. Um, but they don't do that anymore. But I don't know. Wintergreen, we have this big place come in and started building up these huge houses, and now it's called Wintergreen. So now we have a ski resort that's not far from us. Tubing, but I've never done that either. I'd probably break my leg.
I used to be able to ice skate too, and I got to a point where I could do a figure eight, which was a big deal to me. Like, because for the longest time I couldn't do anything but skate. But then that was when I was a kid. Now,
Yeah.
oh, I've tried it after I had kids. I thought, oh, I'm going to take it. We had a ice skating rink, um, the town that's only like 30 minutes from us that had a
Hmm.
big mall. It's got a 3-story mall. They have a they used to have an ice skating rink, and they closed it down when my kids were young. But I took them there because I wanted to show them, hey, I used to ice skate here as a kid, and now I wanted to take them. Do you think I could? No, there was no way I could ice skate at all. No.
I think you're right, Willa. When everybody started having like HBO and they didn't have to go anywhere to watch movies. Mm,
Yeah, yeah. Folks could sit at home and watch a movie in their PJs, no bugs, no people. Yeah, yeah. I
well,
tell
I
you,
know my grandkids still go sometimes. And then there's Blockbusters where you could rent them.
yeah, yeah. And I'm still surprised there's places that you can rent movies when you can just get on your phone or something and watch.
Hmm.
Apps where you can watch them for free. I guess. I don't know. Hi, Kay. How you doing?
Yeah, you can. Hey, Kay.
Oh, I did want to mention if anybody wants to come in live, we're just doing a chat, uh, just a late night chat about whatever. Right now, we're talking about drive-ins and what used to be. We were talking about some other things, just whatever. Um, and I'll send you the link. I'm trying to practice sending links too because I'm not real. I still don't trust myself. Like I'll go to do it and I'm kind of nervous. But I got Blandine on here.
Yeah, one try.
Oh, okay, you're trying to organize. Yeah, yeah. Some people don't have a cell. Yeah. Um, we still have. I think here in our town we do have a movie rental place. Um, of course, they don't get hardly any business. I was kind of shocked that they're still in business
We
in
have
one way.
we have that red box. It's a box. You
Yeah,
get
we
a
have
red box.
Redbox. I think it's
Yeah,
at Walmart.
yeah,
Yeah, the price of movies is really like out there.
yeah. We'll sneeze here in a minute. Whew.
Yeah, I agree with
Excuse me.
you. Yeah, um, that's true. Nowadays, it's just cheaper to buy a movie outright and watch it.
Yeah, yeah. You're
So,
right. It is. It's crazy how high they are.
yeah, it's really high.
Even matinees are high.
Oh, that is neat. Kay said that her neighbors had a projector outside
Uh-huh.
and playing movies. That's awesome. Now,
Yeah,
see, I would totally get into something like that. Easy.
yeah.
Yeah. You know, if you had a bonfire outside in the summertime at night and you had a projection screen and could
Mm-hmm.
watch movies that
Yeah,
way, that's awesome.
yep.
Yeah,
It sure
I
would.
totally do that.
Oh yeah, my grandkids would love that.
I I noticed
Sometimes you could just put up a sheet instead of a projection, you know?
oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
Gotta pee. Just give her the
Okay,
munchies.
well, uh, yeah, we're just talking about whatever, and if anybody wants to join us like live, you're you're more than welcome to. We're discussing just whatever. Something I did want to talk about that I feel like would be good to talk about is happiness and what like each of us um, how should I put this? What each of us views as happiness and um, how we ourselves get happy, if you will, because I notice, you know, like right now with everything going on, obviously there's so many unhappy people in the world, and I think a lot of times, especially now, I'm seeing more and more people like more angry, and I wonder if sometimes it's because they're so bored or cooped up, or you know, and they lash out at people or whatever. And um, I'd like to know what you guys like think is your happiness. For me, I'll just say um, my kids would be the number one. My kids, my grandchild. Obviously, when you have kids, it's a whole different ball game, and they're part of you. You're part of them, and uh, no matter how bad your day is, sometimes you know just your child saying "I love you, mom" that makes it all go away. Whatever it is that was bothering you, you know. I talked to my son today. He's down in Texas, and I talked to him for a while, and we talked about cooking. And my boys are starting to practice recipes and cooking on their own, of course, because they have to. And I'm so proud of them. I told them, you know, I'm proud of you boys for at least trying these recipes and trying to cook for yourselves and try to make it, you know. I think it's important that, you know, they do whatever they can to
Mm-hmm.
sustain themselves. And I'm so proud of them. And I told them that. I'm just so proud of you, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
But I think happiness, you know, it shouldn't always take people to bring happiness. Obviously, that helps, and sometimes it is needed. But finding happiness within yourself, I mean, nowadays it isn't that easy. There's so many factors, you know. There's people that get you down. There's circumstances. There's lack of money. There's bills. There's all kinds of things that weigh you down and make you very unhappy. And I just like to know what makes them, you know, tick and makes them, you know, lighten up and have a good time or whatever.
Yeah, I would enjoy. I mean, I've enjoyed the grandchildren being here. Uh, Kay and has enjoyed her kids being there and teaching them, and her quiet time was thrifting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like part of the reason I just wanted to tell you guys, because I didn't mention this before, part of the reason why I wanted to have a talk show versus not just always selling jewelry or unboxings or whatever it is. Part of it is for number one, the quarantine, but number two is because I feel like all of us, whether you're a man, a woman, a young person, a child, and a senior, I think we all need a sounding board more than ever. And, people that we can talk to, people that we can just sit and get off our chest whatever has been bugging us or whatever's good's been going on in the world.
Mm.
Lydia. Yeah, I mean, I like talking to all of you because for that very reason. I like having some of you know me pretty well now, and I like having that sounding board um, because I think it's needed for everybody. I mean, sometimes, like maybe Lydia, you might come to me and say, Dawn, I just need you to listen. Maybe I've had a bad day and I just need you to listen because I need to get it off my chest or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Lydia. When you're having your shows and your husband are going along cutting the lights off on you, and it gets too dark and you can't see, and then you have to yell at him and say, "Cut on the lights! Cut on the lights! I can't see."
Yeah, I think we all need that communication, and right now,
That we understand each other.
we can't get with people like we want to get with them all the time, so we have to go live to do it. Oh yeah, Kay, she said she just misses thrifting. Yeah,
Yeah.
uh,
Oh,
thrifting is something I do miss. Yeah.
back with chips and cottage cheese. Oh, no, I like cottage cheese, the diabetic kind. Oh, we did make you hungry, did we? Yes, he likes dark, not me. I know. I know that. Sometimes, well, maybe he thinks he's saving money on turning the lights off for the light bill. Because I know Jeff's dad would do that. Oh my gosh. He
My
would
dad
go
did that.
every light, and I try to do it here at the house, but my grandkids will go to their room, leave their light on 24 hours a day. And I could tell them every day until I turned red in the face and they still won't cut them off. But yeah, Jeff's father, he would cut the heat down at night and cut every light. If you left the light on, you better go cut it off to save on the light bill.
Yeah, yeah. My dad was really a stickler about shutting off the light when you leave the room. Oh yeah, that was. He's like,
Yeah,
it costs money. Do you have that money to pay that bill? And it's
I
like, oh my.
know. And you know
We
what?
had to hear that speech every
Oh
day.
yeah, I give it to my kids, but they don't pay no attention. I come in the house yesterday and it was damp. You know how when it's raining outside and you go in your house, it's like it's damp. It's a dampness. So you need to turn your
Yeah,
heat on to get that dampness out and make it a little warm. And my son had come home and he was in the bedroom and he's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm gonna cut the heat on for a minute. It's damp in here." "Well, I'm gonna open the windows." I said, "Well, then just shut your door then, because I'm turning the heat on."
yeah,
But they just aggravate you. They just want to aggravate you sometimes. That's crazy. I just said, "Well, shut your door then," because It was dark. It was chilly. And tonight I've got my heat on. And last week, I mean, 2 days I had my air conditioner on.
I know it's been
And
like that
tonight
here.
my heat's on.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's
This is the time of season that
yeah,
you don't ever have the same weather the next
yeah.
day.
So and
Are
my
you guys grill out this weekend? Is anybody gonna be grilling? I miss it.
yeah, I know.
I
Well,
want to put a steak on a grill so bad. I missed it.
I told Jeff, if he didn't get the grill he wanted, that it would only be him and I, and we can do the grill in the iron pan. You know what I'm saying? The iron skillet, and
Oh, yeah.
that does a pretty good one. Uh, but I don't know. He's looking for a grill, but I don't know if he'll get one or not. They didn't have any at Walmart today. They don't have anything in stock at all. My granddaughter wanted to buy her a bicycle, and I got this phone call. Mom, they only have one. I like it, but I don't know if it's the one I want. Should I wait till they come back in stock? Come on, you're with your mom.
Yeah.
I said, well, just wait. Or I said, or go online, and order it. I said, but I have one of those gliders that you ride at the beach. And, well, I let him ride it, and my grandson would leave it out. So I finally put it in my building. And I said, well, you can take that one. I'll just have to change the handlebar handles because they get sticky. They got sticky from being outside, and grease the chain. Then you could just get you one, when you're ready. Um, we had, let me tell you a story. We had yesterday, the day before yesterday was actually our graduation for the kids, for the seniors. And of course, they didn't do it. So, what they're going to do, they're going to pick a day and they're going to let 6 family members go into the auditorium and let the child walk across the thing, do their tassel, and then go. Then that's somebody else. You know how long that's going to take? So, anyway, my granddaughter was, the day was for their graduation, not yesterday. Maybe it was yesterday, the day before. So, um, they put up signs in our yard, senior 2020. Somebody donated money and for every senior in our area, and I'm sure they've done it all around. They've just made signs and put them in their yard, letting people know that they were seniors and giving them special attention. So I stopped last summer, I think, at a house on my road at a yard sale. And there was a young man there, and I think he had three little boys, maybe a girl. And Megan, if she's riding her bike, she'll see them. But she's just so bashful. She just won't speak to anything. So anyway, she come in and she said, "Mama, was there a bag on the porch when you come in?" And I'm like, "I don't. Did you see somebody drop a bag off?" I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." Well, this couple, a man and a woman and their children, and there's 3 graduates on our road, made up a bag. They baked cookies and gave them a stuffed animal, a card, and had put $25 in it.
Oh,
They don't know these kids from Adam. And I
it's so
thought
sweet.
that was the sweetest thing. I
Yeah.
posted it on Facebook, but I don't think I'm friends with them. But I'm going to make, I know Megan. I told Megan, I said, write a note, put it in her mailbox. I said, but, I want to go personally, and thank them. I mean, they don't know they don't know them, but, and it said, from your neighbors from your neighbors, but it did have they did put their last name. We just wanted to do something special for you on your name. And, and these are new neighbors that maybe have been in our neighborhood 3 years. Okay. And we've got neighbors that have been in our neighborhood for as long as we have.
Yeah.
And they haven't done, they didn't. It's the goodness of somebody's heart or the thoughtfulness of somebody's heart,
Right.
that
And, it's nice to see that, especially right now, because there's so much other stuff going on that's negative, and it's so nice and it's true, when you stop and think about these graduates that don't get to have a normal graduation ceremony and all that, and a party until probably the end of this year or whatever.
yeah,
It's great to see people, the community, step up and do things for them. And
it
um,
is.
yeah, because I've seen, there have been during this time a lot of heartwarming stories. I mean, of course, there's always going to be the negative, but there have been, really great stories that have come out of
Hmm.
all this stuff going
Yeah,
on. I love it when they showcase the good, because
yeah,
all we ever hear is the bad, the bad, the bad,
yeah.
and it just weighs people down.
But
I
she was so disappointed that day, and it was just that she was just. She said, "Mama, I think I could just cry," and I'm like, "Because she said, because today is our graduation," and then
uh,
she come home and there was that gift, and it uplifted her so much, and no one. I mean, nobody knew anybody was going to do that, or anything.
right.
Um, but it was just so. It was. I just told her. I said, Megan, that is so sweet, And I said, you don't even know them people, You don't even know them, but they're considered a neighbor on your road, you know.
That
So,
is nice, Willow. Yeah, and you know, they were mentioning about having a steak or all this,
uh
and I
huh.
love it when people. That's another thing. When I've noticed people are doing lately is cooking a meal and leaving it on somebody's doorstep,
Yeah.
because that person wasn't able to get out and get groceries, or they were too. Their health is too fragile for them to go get the groceries, so they go get the
Yeah.
groceries. I think that's so great when the community does stuff like that.
Hmm.
Obviously, there's always going to be the people that don't do stuff like that simply because they don't want to jeopardize, like their own health or whatever right now. And but then
Uh
you got the people that just put it aside.
yeah. Yeah. It is nice, It. I mean, you've got to have. You've got. I mean, that's the only way. I mean, there are people out here that still have caring hearts and do things. Hey, Carolyn, being negative is a habit. Well, we don't want to have a habit of being negative.
Hi,
We,
Carolyn.
I don't want that habit.
Yeah,
Yeah, we were talking about well, we've been talking about a lot of things, but my neighbors, and we don't even know them really. I went to a yard sale one time, maybe last year, and they had bought. There's 3 seniors on our road, and I know the other boy got it because he's my stepson. No, he's my son's stepson. So he had gotten a bag, my granddaughter got a bag, and then I'm sure the other boy did too. And it had money, a card, and a teddy bear, and homemade cookies. And that was just the sweetest thing that that could have happened to her that day, because it was her graduation day and they didn't have it. So there are a lot of people out here that aren't negative. I hate negativity. I can't. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear people talk negative. Even like I'm a bit just like tonight. It was raining a little bit, and I was helping Megan take the trash out to the yard, and she's like, "Mama, come on, hurry up! You'll go get sick." And I said, "No, I'm not gonna get sick." I said, "I'll bind that in the name of Jesus." I said,
Yeah.
I mean, that's nothing, but there are negative people that talk negative all the time, and it is a habit. Maybe it is a habit. I never thought about
I
it.
get what you're saying, Carolyn. She was,
Yeah,
but yeah, the negativity, especially now, is like extreme. People like
yeah,
that were used to being upset that kept it inside now are lashing out and just at their own expense or other people's, and it's so awful. But I do love to hear the stories of these things, like with the graduates, and especially like I said, with everything going on, I love it when people don't, look at their own um, what do you want to say, problems or negative stuff that's going on with them, and they turn around and do something good for somebody else. And
oh yeah,
I just love it. And the seniors, yeah, I feel bad for these kids that, I mean, definitely some of these kids might lash out because of it. They might be so angry that they can't, have a good graduation. Um, but yeah, Carolyn, I know what you mean. There are people even that are watching right now that have, extreme health problems and issues. And I do understand that. I think for me, I've noticed lately that during this time, there's a lot more people that are not looking for ways to be happy despite, and I realize I'm not saying that um, there aren't situations where, of course, you're going to be negative or unhappy at some point. Um, I think all of us are going through our own personal battles and physical ailments and issues. And, you know, sometimes it's easier said than done to look at the positive. I totally understand that. And
hmm
even me today, I was going through something today, and I wanted to, instead of, what do you want to say, wallowing in
yeah.
what
Pity, self
bothering me
pity.
today, I wanted to come here to chat with all of you
Uh huh.
because, number one, you're all my friends. Number two, if I could get happiness right now, I mean, my kids aren't with me right at this very minute. Otherwise, obviously, I would be having, a good, happy time with my kids, but they're not here right now. I did talk to my son, but talking with you guys, just chatting. Like Blandine and I just started like randomly talking about whatever. You know what I mean? And already I'm not in the past of what I was going through earlier. I'm here now and I'm just trying to focus on, chatting and being happy in the chat. Like just whatever comes to our heads. And like I said, whatever you guys are doing this weekend, you know, yeah, I Willow, it's great that you're that type of person that even with your medical history that you're giving back to people like that. And I think like what Blandine was talking about with the seniors and different members of the community reaching out to them to make them happy when they're going through a lot. I think we can get through this time right now better and easier if people would be more like that, where they would do some kind of good for somebody. I mean, it doesn't have to cost money or it doesn't have to like be something that totally exerts you physically or whatever. It can be something very simple. Like I said, for me right now, I'm happy just chatting with you guys. You know, that's something small, but it makes things better despite certain circumstances, you know? Just things like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, because I like hearing also what you guys are doing, you know, with your day and how things are going. I Today I did some invoicing. I went to the post office. I mailed people's packages. I done some stuff around here. Um, I really haven't done a lot today. I will say that. I mean, not. I had some things I was figuring out on the internet, and that took a little. That always takes a while. That takes up part of my day right there, trying to figure out how to go about this, that, or the other. I wish I knew more about computers, but I just don't.
And I spent the day with my grandson, and that was rewarding because I don't get to spend a lot of time with him. Um, we went and I bought some more chickens because I bought those turkeys and I had to get rid of them. And so we did that. And then he wanted a pair of boots for his birthday. So he went to Red Wing and uh, I let him pick out what he wanted and ordered those. And then we had a sandwich and then we come home. And, you know, it helps, to spend some one-on-one time because, I mean, here's Megan. She's a senior, and it's all about Megan, 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 Megan. And then here's Chase. He's turning 15 in June, and he's like, I wish I was a senior so I could get all that stuff, or but
Oh,
you
yeah.
just, I had, and he's like, I'm like, look, he was like, did you pay that much money for Megan's boots when you bought them? I said, no. And I said, I'll show you how much money I paid for Megan's boots because I had bought them on Zulily and they still have what I've bought. So I pulled it up and I said, this is what I paid for Megan's boots. But I don't know, sometimes I think maybe children, especially being a boy and a girl, because I had two boys, so I never had that problem. But being like Megan's a girl, Chase is a boy, maybe he thinks I cater to her more. I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
I probably do because I spend more time with her, you know. And even if we go to the grocery store, she'll say, Mama, can I get some ice cream? I mean, she will ask, you know, I mean, if there's some, she'll ask. And I'm like, Megan, yeah, go, yeah. And then I'll say, well, see, whatever you think Chase wants. But I don't know. As I get older, it just gets different. It's different.
Oh, yeah, it does.
It does, definitely.
My kids are all different personalities and different, the way I talk to and handle one kid um, sometimes is different because they are different. They're so different than each other, you
Yeah.
know. And yeah, I tell you, when they get older and out on their own, it is, you think it's going to be easier, but then you just got a whole new set of worries being a
Yep.
mom, you know.
Yep. You do.
And at that point, you know, you can't control whatever they do or
Nope.
don't do. It's just their decision, and you got to just roll with it.
Yep.
Now,
Hmm.
how old is your oldest, Blandine?
Oh my goodness. I'm thinking, let me see. He was born in 74. So what it see, 2000, let's see, let's see, 94, 70, 80, 90, see, 74, 84, 94, 2004, he would have been 30. I can't, so 30, okay. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've already gone through 2013. So he's in his 40s, right? Um, so 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. He's,
So he'd
yeah,
be 45.
yeah, yeah, because my youngest one is 36. He's, well, I don't know. I have to figure this out.
Blandine,
I can't,
I could almost be your daughter.
I know you could. I started young. I started very young.
My son's
Uh,
turning 30. Well, he's 30 today because it's already today. So I got to wish him happy birthday and
yeah.
figure out what I'm going to do about that.
And see, and that's another thing, when they get older, you don't know what to do for their birthdays, and it's
I
like,
still have little lectures with, like, I was literally telling him about how to cook the brownies and or bake the brownies and the cakes and stuff that these recipes they're trying. And we
yeah,
talked about all kinds of things.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I just still to this day, we have a inside joke about me giving them lectures all the time. I
yeah,
said, yeah, but they're not lectures like you've done something wrong. They're lectures about life, like, you know, watch out for this, don't do this, you know, like safety stuff, not
well, that's the way Megan is, because well, there's some things, like about the stove they don't know about. And now Megan, she loves to bake a cake, anything, but cooking, like frying bacon. And now she was like, okay, what do I do? I'm like, well, you can't leave it on the pan. You can't leave it in the pan or it'll burn. Why? Because it continues to cook because the pan's hot or the grease is hot. So even though it doesn't look right done, you have to take, it's just little simple things like that.
hi
Uh,
Raven. Nice to have you. We're just chatting about whatever hits our heads.
yeah.
Now we're talking about older kids being on their own. Yeah, you know, it's, I just, now that you mention about baking and all that and
Well,
about,
yeah. My oldest one is 46. Yeah.
wow,
Because he was born in 74. And then my youngest one was born in 78. So he's 4 years younger.
wow.
So So this year, Jason will be 42. Yeah.
I
I was a young mama.
I was young too. I was just shy of 19 when I had my first one, so I was pretty young. But I had that. Oh, she has 32 and 33. Yeah,
Yeah.
I my son's 30 years old today, guys, and that's what we were talking about. Kids getting older. I still have lectures with mine, and I you talked about it still being hot and cooking. I just told my son today. I said, and remember not to leave the spatula near the burner and melt like the plastic spatulas and melt them. I
Hmm.
said, you gotta take it off and put it on the counter somewhere. Don't put it right by the.
Yeah.
He used to do that when he lived here, and he
Yeah.
melted one of my spatulas when he was making like a grilled cheese or something.
Yeah. Or, like Megan, I'll say, okay, you think, all right, the cake, it's almost done, almost. And it could be, cut the oven off and let it sit there, and then it'll be done.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
and just simple little things like that, that helps her to, because she does love to bake. Now, Chase, that's a different story. That boy will get in there and he'll make whatever he wants. He'll take eggs and shoot. I had to show him how to make a, the egg, your scrambled egg and then you have to flop it over.
Oh,
I,
omelet.
yeah, I did have to show him how to do that, but he was making one, but he didn't know how to, get it to flop. Yeah. But I mean, that boy, he will cook. And his daddy was like that. My other son would, they cook if they want. But the boy, I don't know. The older my boys get, well, the older son, my youngest son, he'll bake. Yeah, he'll still do cook. Do the steaks and stuff like that. But Chase, if he wants something to eat, he'll take potatoes. He'll he used to peeling potatoes and make hash browns. I mean, but
I have a older son that does that where he'll take, kind of like what you were talking about, like
just
whatever's in the fridge
whatever.
and
Yeah,
put it together, and he'll say, "Try this, mom." Now, obviously, sometimes it's good, but there are those
sometimes.
times it's
Yeah,
bad, and I don't want to break his heart, so I'm like, "Well, it's all right. It might need a little salt," but I'm like inside, I'm like, "Oh my god, oh my god, I can't." But I don't want to show that to him because I don't want to break it. Not
I
that it would
know.
break his heart, but you know what I
Yeah,
mean. He wants my opinion because he thinks I'm a good cook. So then he
yeah,
wants to
yeah,
know. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. I mean, uh, even today, if Megan wants to know how to make something, but Chase, he'll fry hamburgers. I mean, Megan too. Uh, she'd do a hot dog for a hamburger. It's just, but
Kay wants to know if you got your Cameo light.
oh yes, I did, but I haven't cut it on yet. But yeah, it's nice. It's big. It's about that tall. I mean, it's big where you plug it into the wall and there's a light
Oh,
on it.
really?
Yes, it's real nice. Thank you.
Omelets
Yeah,
do sound good right now. Now that we're talking about potatoes and all kinds of things. Oh my word.
yeah.
I like taking a roast beef, like after you make it, like the next day, shredding it up and putting it in an omelet. Oh, so
Hmm.
good. Yeah, that is really good.
I haven't tried that.
Well, you definitely, I noticed before you go to shred it up and stuff, like I have to reheat it a little bit, but when you
Yeah,
reheat it in a separate bowl with a little bit of water, or to moisten it back up, because if not, it totally like dries it out. You know what I
yeah. Well,
mean?
sometimes I'll put a little butter in my scrambled eggs. I
Yeah,
mean, they say it makes them fluffy. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a scrambled egg lover. I like my eggs soft. Uh, Now it's funny. The kids they want their eggs, but they don't want them soft. They want them hard. Um, my my boys come home one time. They went to a camp and they had learned how to make an egg in a hole. So they were going to make me an egg in a hole. I said, "Okay, what's an egg in a hole?" So they took a piece of bread and they kind of folded it over and bit it, and then so it left a hole in there. So then they put butter on it, put it in a pan, then took an egg and put that in the middle, and
that's
then
a different way of making the hole. I'm used to
yeah,
like taking a
yeah,
cup,
just push it out or
a
something.
cup, and
Yeah,
yeah.
but they were camping. They bit the egg. They bit the bread. Yeah, and then
That's
of
different.
course it was like French toast or something. But it was they still sometimes they still make them. Yeah, it's you have so many when you sit back like this and you talk. You know, you have so many good re- memories. Skillet fried. I want them over easy so I can sop up. Yeah,
You
me
know, they
too.
say that milk makes eggs fluffy, but to me, it just makes them wet and dense.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
milk.
Like, I still use milk in my eggs sometimes, but sometimes I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, I
Now
just
just
don't.
put a little bit of water in them. Just a little bit of water. Because sometimes I don't use milk either. I used to, but I don't anymore. Um, yeah, I like to sop up my yolk. Well,
Do you guys like SOS?
SOS. Oh, let me think. SOS. I've heard that.
I can't say the first word, but
Uh,
blank on shingles starts with
uh,
S.
is that the chip beef
Yeah,
gravy?
the chip beef. Yes,
Yeah,
but that's a
yeah.
nicer way to say it.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I I make just plain. I make just plain grease gravy. I mean, bacon grease gravy.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, my mom used to do that all
yeah,
the time.
and
Yeah.
I'll make whole cakes. I'll just use like flour, self-rising flour, the lard, and of course back then they used buttermilk, but I don't buy buttermilk, so I'll use milk, and they love it. They love it.
Yeah, I like the SOS.
Yeah, I like
I'm
that.
surprised I'm not sick of it because we grew up on it. I'm surprised
Chip
I
beef.
can still. I make it once in a blue moon, and I don't understand why I don't make it more often because it's easy to make. It's not like
What's
it's hard. It's just,
Well,
you know.
even sausage gravy,
Oh,
have
and
you
I make that a lot more. I
Yeah,
make
yeah.
making biscuits and gravy because my family is all about biscuits and gravy.
Oh, yeah, me too. We are too. I mean, if I fry chicken and, I'll take and make gravy out of the drippings and whatever's left in the pan.
Yeah.
I was raised up on gravy and
Oh yeah, we had gravy on
all
everything.
that stuff.
Mom
Yeah.
would make the ham gravy, the whatever was the meat. You
Yep.
made a gravy with it. Yeah,
Whatever was left over, you made gravy.
you did. That's
And they,
the way.
and they eat it. They would love it.
Oh, manicotti and use leftovers like SOS. Wow, that's different. She must have been Italian. I mean, we've been we finally had Chinese for the first time. Chinese takeout for the first time in forever. After all this has been going on,
Oh,
so that's different. Our Chinese restaurant here makes the best lo mein. All the different, whether it's beef, pork. Oh,
you've
most
never
lo-
heard you've
it's
never heard of chipped beef gravy jewelry? Is that what she's
oh
saying?
yeah. Um, it's well, honestly, people really don't make it anymore. To be honest, I really don't see many. I grew up on it, so I make it for my
Yeah,
kids. Or well, Bob likes it, so
yeah, yeah.
I
We
made
like
it
it.
not too long ago. I probably made it a few weeks ago, but yeah, biscuits
Yeah,
and gravy we love a lot more. We tend to eat a lot of that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, anything with a gravy, I think we eat. I mean, pretty
And
much
I yeah,
anything.
and I want the white gravy. I don't want the brown gravy from the packages. I mean, sometimes I'll buy the canned gravy, and
Oh, I
but
love Cracker Barrel's sawmill gravy.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
love that.
yeah. Oh my gosh, I gotta quite talk about food.
Yeah, we got to quit because I'm already gaining about 5 pounds just talking about it.
Uh,
Now that's one gravy I don't like, and I had it all the time was hamburger gravy. I just don't like it. I think I had it too much growing up. I don't like it at all. I like hamburgers, you know what I mean, and I like gravy, but I don't like the combo. I just I don't know what it is, but I
I
do not
don't
like
know if
it
I've
at
had
all.
hamburger. Yeah.
Did you used to make that a lot? Hamburger gravy, Blandine?
Oh no, I don't know. I mean, hey, I've probably made a hot dog gravy. I'm not lying.
Now
I'm not
that does
lying.
not sound good at
I mean,
all.
I'm serious. I could cut up a hot dog and brown it, and Jeff wouldn't care as long as it had a piece of meat in it and gravy. He would eat it.
Yeah, I like all kinds of gravy, but hamburger gravy is just
No,
blah.
I don't think I'm there. No, I do hamburger helper a lot or goulash. When we didn't have
I love goulash. I love
yeah.
goulash.
But I don't know. I never. No, to
Goulash is
me,
really cheap.
hamburger gravy would be like this steak. What do you chopped beef, chop steak, and do a gravy?
Oh yeah, like a
That
brown
would, to
gravy.
me,
Yeah.
that's what a hamburger gravy would be.
Oh, okay. I'm talking about the hamburger gravy that's like a milk gravy, but it with hamburger. Oh, it's just
No, no, I've never
I
done.
it turns my stomach.
No, I've
Like I
never
said,
done.
I like a hamburger on a bun, but
Yeah,
put it in a milky white gravy and no,
I
no,
don't think
ma'am,
I've done that.
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do it. And I had it growing up, and I had to stomach it. I was like, oh God, one of these days I'm just gonna puke right here on the table.
Oh no.
uh, thought my cat was fighting.
Wiener water soup? Okay.
I don't know, Carolyn, if they sell their gravy. I mean, I have never asked. I have. I used to. You remember the big boy restaurants?
They have packages of it, Carolyn. Don't they? They have a package.
Oh,
It says
of the
Cracker
Cracker Barrel.
Barrel. Yeah. It
Oh,
comes in I mean, at the grocery store. Mine,
oh,
here, it says Cracker Barrel gravy, and you just read the directions and
oh. Okay.
make
Well,
it up.
gee, I wish I would have known that. I guess I haven't been paying attention.
Like where the gravy and stuff, the packages stuff are. The why not envelopes, but whatever.
Oh, they don't have
Okay.
one. Southern California. Okay. Stephanie, Cracker Barrel is a chain restaurant that makes old timey comfort foods like meatloaf and chicken and dumplings and beef stew and or whatever roast beef and fried chicken dinners. Any comfort food, they make it and they make it really good.
Okay, what Raven? What is wiener water soup?
Yeah, that sounds totally not right on a lot of levels. Tell me that's not real. Tell
Oh,
me
it's a
that's not a
joke,
real food
Lindy.
where I'm gonna die.
Yeah, we were so poor. We ate our wiener water soup for dinner.
Oh God, no, 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 no. I had
Well,
hot dogs
I had
growing
a
up.
hot dog and ramen noodles.
Oh my gosh. I had too many hot dogs growing up that I was like, no. Now, literally, I think the only time of year I eat them is in the summer when somebody's grilling them. And
Yeah.
that might be the only time I even might want one. Yeah, they sell Cracker Barrel cheese. Yeah, yeah.
I was well, you never know. I mean, um, my brother, he served in the army in Korea, and he come home with the ramen noodles. Because over here, I mean, what we do, we just put ramen noodles in a cup or a pan with water, and I mean, they eat that. Well, he had some kind of what they do over in Korea. They add like eggs and hot dogs to it, and like make a meal out of it. But
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
don't, I don't know. I've never tried it.
I don't think I'd want hot dogs with ramen noodles. I don't think I would
No,
try that. I
uh-uh.
think I have.
I don't wouldn't want no eggs in there.
I
'Cause,
got where I haven't had ramen noodles in a long time.
yeah,
Um,
there's so much
there for a while,
sodium.
I eat it a lot, but see, you know how some people like their noodles with the broth, and some people just want it just the seasoning.
Yeah,
I liked not hardly any broth at all. I wanted it
yeah,
just seasoning because
yeah.
whenever I put water in it, then the seasoning, would be off of them, and I'm like, what's the point?
Right. Yeah, that's the way I am. Yeah. Oh no, it's nothing like a grilled
Yeah,
finger. Yep.
yeah. Ramen noodles, you can definitely, yeah, you could add anything. I mean, everybody's got their own. I think I've added. Well, I know I've added chicken before, the obvious meat before, but I almost want to say I tried Polish sausage,
Oh yeah, that'd be good. That would be good.
but I never did do the hot dogs, but I did do the Polish
Yeah.
sausage.
Yeah, that would be good. We can, yeah, we would handle that.
Yeah, with the right one. I mean, they have the different flavors, but
Yeah.
the right flavor, it's not bad. You know.
Oh, I know, Raven. I know. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's the way it is. Well, when I was growing up, um, my grandmother and grandfather raised me, and we would have like tent revivals outside in the yard, and preachers, then of course you would have your preachers and the people from the church. And my grandmother was a wonderful cook. I mean, she would fry chicken. Well, even back then, you might have gotten a chicken bone or a gristle, whatever, because back then the adults ate, first, and you got whatever was last. But and then my husband and I, um, being married as young as we were, it was very hard to try. I mean, to, have a meal because I would take spam and I would slice it and I would roll it in flour and fry that. And that, I mean, and Jeff, he'll still eat it today. Um, our treat, and that would be our meat. Uh, but it was okay because it was good. You know, you have
Yeah,
to do what you have to do.
yeah, I think for sure. I know we came from a big family, so there were times, you were short some ingredients and you just had to. That's how I learned to improvise. Like when I cook and I realize, oh, I'm out of this or that. Well, it's like instantly I go into like recovery mode and think, oh, well, if I add this, it'll taste close, or because I was so used to that growing up. Like
Yeah.
we would run out of stuff all the time, and mom would improvise, and so I automatically like. There's obviously been times where, oh, I forgot to pick up this at the store. Well, what do I got here in the fridge that I can substitute? That'll be close or at least taste somewhat decent. You know,
Right.
yeah.
Lots
I
of,
think you've learned that, as you cook after so many years. I mean, I did. Then you start to know what exactly to substitute and what not to try. You
yeah.
know,
Yeah. I
yeah,
don't cook with recipes either, not unless it's something I want to make that I
try.
haven't made before.
Yeah,
I mean, I kind of like know, like if I make macaroni salad or potato salad or coleslaw, I kind of like I know what to put in it, and I taste it before I even down. I make the liquid first, and then I'll put my potatoes or other stuff in it. Cooking's a pain.
yeah. Well, it takes, that's something that, especially to me, I grew up on comfort foods. So
Yeah.
what I cook is always, just
Oh
like you
my
said, kind of
God.
like what Cracker Barrel does, but like all that kind of stuff, like oh, just beef and noodles, and like I said, meatloaf and chicken and dumplings and all that kind of stuff. That's what I
Yeah.
cook a lot of more than anything else is comfort foods
Yeah.
because that's what I grew up on. That's what I know to make or do, or you know what I mean?
Well, we used to live off of fried potatoes. I mean,
Yeah.
we would have fried potatoes every meal, and that's Jeff and I. Well, we lived with his family, and I mean, it was fried potatoes every meal, no matter what.
We had them, but we didn't have them every meal or nothing like
Well,
that.
I
I
mean,
mean,
every day. Yeah, I mean, not lunch like
oh,
lunch. Yeah, like at least once a day we would do it would be fried
oh
potatoes
wow,
or fried
wow.
potatoes and turnips, and I hate turnips. And he would throw turnips in or boil them, or something. It would be a potato somewhere. And of course, he grew them in the garden, so he would have them um, as bushels. So it wasn't like he had to go buy them at the store. No, I love tomatoes, but I don't like them cold, or I like, I like them out of the garden, or, a fresh produce that I know that they have grew them themselves. I don't know.
I I always used to bake, do the baking when I was a kid, not the cooking. So cooking was where I had to learn like
Yeah.
everything.
Fried potatoes and bacon grease. Oh yeah, and fried onions. I love to put
Do you
onions in
ever
my
have popcorn done in bacon grease?
what? Popcorn?
Popcorn. Yeah.
No, never. Is it
Well,
good?
don't try. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Don't
Because
try.
I fried bacon yesterday, so I've got my grease, so I could try
Yeah.
that.
Mom used to do a whole lot with bacon grease, and one thing she loved was popping the popcorn, over the in the pan, not the
Yeah,
microwave,
yeah,
in
shake it.
bacon grease.
Yeah,
Yes, we had that. Oh yeah.
huh?
Making the eggs and the bacon grease and
Oh
all that. I mean,
yeah,
she would do
yeah.
so much with bacon grease. Yeah.
I tell you what the best thing is with bacon grease. Um, get you a tomato out of the garden and fry your bacon and have a hot cake, a hot roll, and take that hot bacon grease and pour it over a tomato. Oh my God.
That
That,
probably would be good. I mean, a BLT and bacon grease. Yeah, I could see
oh
that.
my God. That is the best in the world.
I've never heard of doing that, but I could see how that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You cut up your tomatoes. And I mean, you wouldn't even have to have anything, but or bacon or whatever. You wouldn't have to, but just your hot bacon grease and make sure it's hot, and some hot bread. Oh, that's a meal.
Yeah, we're all getting hungry or something because we keep going back to food.
Yeah,
Food seems to be the
that's,
topic.
I don't know. I'm from Virginia. We way down in the mountains where we just cooked with bacon grease and we would butcher our pigs. And you know, I don't think, if I had to kill one of my chickens, I don't think I could eat it.
Oh my gosh. I
Now,
remember growing up on the farm where
yeah,
mom and dad used to butcher the chickens right in front of us kids. And us poor kids not knowing, really, all we would see, the chicken
yeah.
obviously is still running around. Oh, that literally, I would have nightmares because they traumatized us
With
by butchering those
with
chickens
their
in
chickens were
front
running
of
around
our
with their heads
young
cut off.
eyes. Oh, that was, yeah, not right. Mom and dad, I was like, what kind of parents were you? Do you
Well,
realize we had
I
nightmares from that?
the only thing I can remember would be
Oh,
the smell of them dipping them in the hot water.
oh,
That's the smell.
oh, that killed our appetite. There we go, guys. See, now we're
No,
not hungry.
I'm serious. No,
Well, see, now
that
we're back to where
smell.
we're
When
going.
they take that chicken and dip it in that hot water and pluck in feathers, oh my God, it would stink so bad. I didn't want any chicken.
Yeah, I see. I know what you're talking about because I grew up with all that stuff
Yeah,
happening because we lived on a
yeah,
farm. I
yeah.
talked to mom and dad.
My granny, she flopped it. And
Oh,
they would heat, have the water outside and heat it and have their big old pans, and they just pluck them right there. And that's what Jeff thought I was. Yeah, that's why they wanted me to keep them turkeys so we could have them for Thanksgiving. But no,
yeah, you can't after you have them.
no,
Yeah.
mm-mm. No. I've I've had to kill some chickens back when I had them before. Um, and it would be a bad rooster or something, but I wouldn't eat. There's no way I would eat it. Because I mean, if I've got a, and then sometimes I just advertise, free roosters or something. But I love the eggs, but I'm not going to eat. No, no, it's got to come out of a store. Maybe I've got to try it though. I don't know. If we get hungry enough, I guess we'd eat anything, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Some
And,
things. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. Some things I still couldn't, even if I was hungry enough. I don't know. But
Well,
then again, I say that, and I haven't been
yeah,
in that position, so maybe I would.
no. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
Jeff's father, he raised some chickens to butcher, but he didn't get the ones because you can buy the Cornish hens and they get real fat fast. But he bought, I don't know, regular chickens or whatever, and they were skinny chickens. But he hauled them up to a place and they butchered them and then put them in a package for them. So, we ate them, but we didn't. But the funny thing, but to butcher a hog or something, we eat that meat. Uh,
yeah.
a beef, of course I'd eat that. But just something about them chickens, I don't know.
Yeah. The chickens for me by far, I mean, because we had to butcher a lot of different things too. And, I hated it when it was done in front of, like I said, being a little kid and loving
Yeah,
animals. And then
yeah.
you take an animal, I'm like, why? And, we didn't understand. And it definitely wasn't the thing to do in front of a little kid that
Uh,
I don't think that's something that kids should really, until they have a understanding, because that was so wrong. I was like, you
uh,
guys know the nightmares that you caused. You don't even know. And they're like, well, we had to do, that's how we fed this big family. I'm like, that's great, but something shouldn't have been done in front of our faces, you know? Like,
yeah.
yeah, no.
Yeah. My grandmother, she would uh, have like frog legs and even turtle. I've seen them put a turtle in the pan. I don't remember eating it. Now, I do remember eating frog legs, but I don't remember eating turtle meat. And I would not eat a squirrel. I'll tell you that right now. Because to me, that's a rat. That's in a rat family. I would not eat a squirrel. I would not eat a rabbit unless I've already done it, don't know it. I don't want
We,
rabbit meat. I don't
we
want.
had to eat about I mean, we had rabbit, we had quail,
Oh,
we had,
I know. Yeah.
we had, geez, because dad was a hunter, and it's
Yeah.
like, and I still to this day, venison, oh my gosh. And
No,
I had
well,
a
yeah,
mom,
we'll eat deer. Yeah, we'll eat venison.
I had a mom who would say, now if I make it for you, you're not gonna, I'm like, every time you make it, it doesn't matter what spice, it doesn't matter if you soak it first, I can tell, and I throw up, like, no, I know what venison is, and it tastes like, no, I can't, you
You
know?
had, yeah. So you had turtle soup on vacation to New Orleans. Yeah.
I don't think I could. I just, to eat a turtle,
No,
I don't want to. I've ate a lot of things. I don't want to eat a turtle. That's
no,
something
don't
I
eat
don't want to eat.
rodents. I don't either. Raven, Carolyn said, Raven, when their heads are chopped off, the bodies still flop around. Oh, yeah. It does linger in your memory. It sure does, Carolyn. That smell. It's just them feathers and wet feathers. That's what it was. Oh,
Do you see? I'm not seeing it on my chat. See, that's weird.
Post boy.
Oh, you see? Okay, I
Uh-huh.
didn't. Yeah.
Is
Um,
that
yeah. Could you go ahead and
can
yeah,
I?
yeah. Thank you. Um, I have eaten. I know I've eaten rabbit.
Let's
I've
see.
eaten. Um, let's see. I've eaten quail, pheasant, deer, sheep,
I don't know.
obviously cow, a lot of things, and a lot of things I didn't like. Why can I not see him on my phone?
Oh, maybe I'll have to go to my phone to do it because I don't know if I can do it here
Yeah,
either.
if you
I've
could.
tried.
Kay, are you in the chat or Lydia?
Let me see.
I can't see it on my phone. I can see it on the computer.
I remember.
No, I'm not on top chat.
Live comments. Let me see. I can. All right. Somebody deleted the message.
Okay. Thank
We
you, Kay. Thank you.
block,
Um,
block it.
yeah, can you
Yeah,
please?
I did.
Um, um, thank you for that. Um, yeah, Lydia, you do have a wrench.
I couldn't get him up there, but I could hear. I guess I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lydia's a wrench. She probably
yeah,
just didn't see it. It's okay.
yeah. She's got one.
Hi, Annie Beth. Yeah, the different things you eat or have eaten, isn't it funny how, like, for me, just the
Ah,
thought of eating certain things, um, you know,
oh, it was a troll, Annie Beth. She said that he said that you couldn't silence him, but we
yeah, I
did.
see that.
We blocked him, so he can't come back. Ha ha.
They're everywhere.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you,
just a
guys.
troll, honey. It's just a troll.
Yeah, we got them. I,
Live chat.
did you, Lydia, or I mean, Blandine, did you grow up with like a family of hunters? See, up north here, like in Indiana, Ohio, and Michigan, especially, like almost every man is a hunter up this way,
No,
and
no,
they hunt they hunt the rabbit or they'll hunt the deer or at certain times. You know what
no,
I mean?
no, no. My husband is a hunter, and
Oh, okay.
my son, if it moves, it's dead because he eats the meat. My husband used to be that way, but now, I mean, if he would hunt now, he would just hunt for the trophy. You know what I'm saying? The horn. Um,
Yeah,
but no, and my grandson. I mean, no, we eat venison a lot. Um, but rabbit or squirrel, no. Um, now I can remember, like I said, maybe as a child, I may have ate rabbit or squirrel or something like that. But I don't remember hunters being, in my childhood.
I my whole family, like I said, the men. My dad used to hunt every year with like my uncles and my brother. Like it was a tradition,
Yeah,
as in most families up this way. It's like they would
yeah,
have a gang of them, and uh, you know, go. I say gang, but you know what I mean. Not a
Yeah,
gang.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Well, of
like
course,
they
they'd
would
all
get
go out together.
a
Yeah.
group of them
Um,
together, and they would go up Upper
yeah.
Michigan.
We eat
They used to
bear.
eat.
We eat bear meat. Um, you know, they'll somebody kills a bear. You know, you'll get bear. Because they run bear here with the dogs. Because we have a bear just went past our house about a couple weeks ago. Fish, and I love trout. To I love trout. Now I had duck.
I think I've
I've
probably
never
had duck,
ate duck.
but I don't remember. I know everybody says it's really greasy, but I don't remember, and I don't think I'd want to remember. Like I don't. I'm sure. Me as a kid growing up, I'll tell you this: I didn't like to try the weird foods. I
Yeah,
just wanted normal. Hey, cow and pig, and you know what I mean. I didn't want anything out of the norm. And mom and dad, dad being a hunter, we tried all
yeah,
kinds, of stuff that, yeah, I wouldn't eat to this day. I mean, I wouldn't eat them now. Uh, yeah,
well, I raised the white duck. They're the white ones. And they say, I don't know, but they say that they serve that duck in New York, and that it's supposed to be a good meat, but I couldn't eat it. I mean, I wouldn't eat it.
yeah, I don't, duck does not even sound like something I want to, like I said, I probably had it growing up, but do I remember? No.
Oh yeah,
We had
I
all kinds of stuff.
I do eat liver and onions, Andy Beth. I love
Oh,
liver and
you do?
onions.
See, I don't. Oh no.
Oh
The
yeah,
smell, the smell in the kitchen made me literally have to run to the restroom and
yeah,
hope to God my stomach didn't come out with it.
yeah.
No,
I
I'm
will
not
I
liver
will
and
eat
onions.
I'll eat chicken gizzard and chicken liver. I will eat those. But now, when I found out that my iron was really low, I went and bought some. Now I'll eat the calf liver. Um, but
I yeah, well, you
stuff
see,
like that.
Bob
Yeah, I do
likes
too.
chicken livers, like fried chicken, and I'm like, but he don't like beef livers, and I like,
Yeah.
don't it
Now
all taste, I don't know. I can't.
I don't know. Now
Organs,
the
I can't
chicken
do organs.
liver. One of them's hard. No,
I
that's the
haven't got to
gizzard.
try oxtails, but I bet you that's good. Honestly, I bet
Oh,
oxtails is
I
good.
don't know about no oxtail.
I don't know.
But you tell me something. Okay, everybody, tell me something. What do they get with those chicken feet?
Chicken
They
feet. No, I
sell
don't want to sit there and
they
munch on
sell
chicken toes.
chicken feet in the store. How do you cook them
I
and how do you
don't
eat them?
want to know what people do with chicken feet, but I just know I don't want to
They
munch
eat
on.
them. They
And
sell
their
them in
little
the store.
claws, and you're munching on their little knuckles,
What are you
and
doing?
there's their claws. Yeah, no, 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 can't do it.
Now my grandmother did make the best pig feet in the world. But I tried to make it one time and I thought I was going to die. My husband was going to throw up.
I can't. Just the thought. Can you imagine taking a chicken leg and
I've,
here's its
and
claw?
their
Like,
little feet, their feet.
oh, no, I don't want to munch on knuckles.
Have
I
you
mean, I
seen
don't
them
want
in
to
the
munch on their
store?
little toenails. No, I cannot. Like,
Have you
that
seen them in
is
the store?
beyond my threshold of, yeah, no.
No.
I would literally decide, like, if it came on my plate and I looked at my plate and there's this, yeah, no, no, couldn't do it.
No, me either. It's
Oh, sucking
cartilage.
on the chicken feet? What? No, no, no.
No.
See, there's a line that we don't cross of grossness, and
Yeah, the
that
gizzard
stuff,
cartilage.
like, I don't, I can't.
No.
Mm-mm. I understand though. Every country has their own like. They were raised like I guess if you were raised eating that you would. I mean, I get it. It's not that I don't get. I just don't. I don't know.
Well, I don't see how anybody up here was raised eating chicken feet, and they're in my grocery store.
Chicken feet. And no, when you look at one of those big bullfrog legs, and you take their little, it's fat up here and it's skinny.
No, I
I
do
don't
eat.
know
I do
how.
eat. Yeah, I will eat. I'll eat a couple, but I don't. I won't. If I'm like at the Chinese restaurant, I'll eat.
Oh, thank you, Kay. That's mint green for today. He did a horrible job, but at least they're done.
Oh,
Yeah,
you went? Did
it
you
is
get your?
true, Lydia. When you don't have nothing else, or like I said, I understand the countries that were raised to eat. Well, it's just like up north. Them.
Oh, I love chicken wings. Willa don't waste her time on chicken wings. I love chicken wings.
Okay, I tell you what, the best wings right now that I have that I eat. Do you have a Papa John's where you're at?
No.
Okay, if any of you have a Papa John's that you are close to, you need to get the barbecued wings. They are 10 times better than Buffalo Wild Wings. They are better. Oh, they're so good. Ugh, it sounds good right now.
Well, I went to the Philippines, uh, Annabelle, Beth. I didn't see chicken feet.
Well, like
I
I said,
mean,
I
they
understand
eat. Yeah, you got. I mean,
the Asian
it's their
countries.
different cultures. Yeah,
Yeah, like I said, I could understand. Like growing up on it, I obviously you would be accustomed, or having family members. I could understand that. It's
yeah,
just like up north. Like I hate deer, but like everybody up north, they love deer because they're hunters and they eat it. But to me, nope, nope, and nope.
well,
You know,
even in Maine, they have moose.
I've never had moose. I've
No,
had.
I haven't either.
Do you? Okay, you know something about Maine I love is when I went there. It mind you, it was when I was a kid. But when I go to Maine, especially, well, for one thing, seafood is fresh, as fresh as you're gonna get it, like right out of the ocean onto your plate, fresh. But what I like about it is when I went to Maine, the grass was like the greenest grass. And then you'd look up in the sky, and the sky was the bluest sky you've ever seen.
Yeah,
Just like the colors in that state are so vibrant. That's one thing I loved about Maine.
yeah. Kay, I'll eat deer, but I don't say I love it like you do. I'll eat it, but I won't love it. But yeah, it is good with gravy and biscuits.
Oh,
Yeah,
Carolyn, you have Papa John's. You've got to try the barbecue wings, not the any of the. There's all types. Get the bone in. Don't get the boneless. The boneless don't taste like the bone in. You're gonna want the bone in, and you're gonna be addicted. Trust me.
yeah,
Oh, Omaha steaks. Oh yeah. Okay. Nebraska. Yeah.
yeah,
I'd like to visit Nebraska. I bet it's so beautiful out there. You look out in the plains and you see the wildlife that and then, yeah, I think that would be neat.
yeah. I like in Missouri by Springfield, and I remember trying to buy.
Blandine, is there a Paula Dean's restaurant near you somewhere or no? Are you
No,
anywhere near one? I
no.
want to go to one of hers, but
Uh huh. Well, she
When I
is.
down south again, I'm gonna
You
make
think
sure.
she's up in Georgia?
Yeah,
Maybe.
she's in Georgia. I
Yeah.
know she's got some restaurants all over
Yeah.
now, and I
Yeah.
wondered if it was in your state.
No, I don't think. If I don't know of any. No, we have Cracker Barrel. We just, we've got Olive Garden. As far as some of the name brand things.
Yeah. Do you have Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah, we have McDonald's,
Really? You have McDonald's?
Hardee's, Chick-fil-A,
We've seen
Robin something,
Red Robin.
Red Robin, yeah, and
You know what? Have you ever ate there?
I don't think so.
You know what you have to have? Their chicken tortilla soup with the poppin' purple lemonade. You know what that lemonade tastes like?
Uh,
It comes to you, it's purple, right?
yeah,
Like the liquid is
yeah.
purple. So cool. It is lemonade with, it tastes like pear. It
Oh
tastes
my,
like drinking a pear. Oh, it's so good. It's addicting.
huh.
But for somebody like me who's a diabetic, it's an absolute no, no, no.
Arby's, yeah, we have Arby's. Oh
Oh,
yeah. Oh, she's got one in New York. Very expensive. I bet she does. I
now,
bet Paula Deen is. I bet her restaurant is expensive. Paula Deen. I am hearing myself talk.
we keep going back to food. What's our deal? We keep going back to restaurants and
I
food.
don't know.
I think that's all we want to talk about, guys, just so you know, is food. Why not? I mean,
That's
it
a
makes us happy.
that's a happy place. That's what you wanted tonight was a happy place. So that's a happy place.
I mean, can't you tell I'm starving? I'm starting to think maybe I should eat something. But it's what time? I don't even know. Whatever time in the
It's,
morning it is.
it's 12. Oh, it's almost 2. No, it's what time is it?
Yeah, traveling. Well, what snacks are you guys eating? I'm about ready to.
It's
I don't.
it's 1:50.
Oh my gosh! I don't know what time we even started. Do you? I
No,
don't
but
even.
I bet Lydia was hoping we were doing jewelry if we were stay up this late.
Lydia, because it's California time. Yeah, Lydia wants jewelry. She wants us
Yeah,
to show.
because it's California time. It's
She's
early
ready
to
to
her.
go another 3 hours, aren't you,
Yeah.
Lydia? Oh,
Happy
Pepsi actually sounds good
days.
right now. Honestly, a Pepsi, man. See, you know what it is? I'm just hungry. That's what it is. I know it.
Yeah,
And I'm sipping on water, which
yeah.
doesn't taste like anything, so
Yeah.
it's not whipping.
Well, I've got tea. Then I've got my water
I
over
was
there.
going to start getting in the habit of, I used to be in the habit of having nighttime tea to
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like downtime.
It
And
helps.
I'm thinking about getting back into that.
Yeah.
One tea I can't do though. I don't care for green tea, even though it's really good for you. I don't like the flavor. It tastes like dirt, and I don't want to
Try
drink it.
try chamomile.
I've
Uh,
heard that. What does
oh my
that taste
God,
like?
that
Is
is
it
so good. It has a
everybody I know likes it?
it has a vanilla taste. It's got a little vanilla. Oh my God, it's just
Oh,
so
okay. I was like, what does it taste like? Because if it tastes
no,
funky, I don't really know.
no, it's good. It's very good. And like do like almond milk with it if you like milk in your tea.
See, at night from 8 o'clock on, I try to get in the habit of doing a water flush where all I drink is water and nothing else. It's not always easy to stick to, but I try because being a diabetic, I got to flush out all my sugar before I go to bed. That's the healthy way. For a diabetic, that's the healthy thing to do with your body is flush it and get it out of there. So I'm on my water flush, which is not fun right now because I'd rather have a Pepsi or something else. I don't care what. I'm about ready to reach for the orange juice, but
Uh, uh, yes.
good night, Carolyn.
Good night.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. We've enjoyed it.
I hope you guys, um, at least if nothing else, don't mind this tonight. Um, like I said earlier, um, I wanted to have a chat, something different. I am going to establish, having chat sessions every now and then. I hope you guys don't mind, like this, where we just talk about, how was your day? What did you do? Because I think right now, like I said before, it's needed. It's needed for me anyway. I mean, I hope that some of you, if you just need somebody to talk to, we can get on live here and just chat about whatever. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. I mean, tonight has been all about food, really.
It's been a good night. I mean,
Still, I enjoy it.
I'm happy. So we had a happy night.
Yeah, I mean, who
I mean,
doesn't
we're
like
laughing.
food? I could talk about food all day. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's good to talk. Annie Beth likes it. Yeah. Food, food, more food. Kay says, yeah.
I also, I'm going to be like different subjects, like maybe one night I'll say, let's talk about whatever, like, I don't know, just maybe an emotion, maybe happiness, maybe anger, maybe whatever. Or sometimes talk about like the broad subject of forgiveness or hate or whatever, like just whatever random thoughts we have and just kind of roll with it because and I want you guys to talk too about it. Like it's not just me and Blandine talking, like you guys join in. And if anybody wants to join us live, please let me know. When you're on my channel, I will try to link you. Now just remember, I'm just starting linking people. It's new to me, so just have patience because I may screw it up, but I just thought I'd get together with, kind of like girlfriend. Next time, I'll tell you this much. I might be in my PJ.
Oh,
Just have a PJ
well,
night.
yeah, see, like Annie Beth says she don't have friends, she has sisters, but she likes to have communication. And then jewelry boxes. Oh,
Uh,
she's got a 5 and a 3-year-old all day. It's nice to talk a while. And that
uh,
is true. People are lonely. I have found that out, by being on YouTube. They're lonely people out here and they need to talk. They no matter what it's about, they're lonely. And sometimes you don't have anybody but you in your home, or even sometimes if sometimes you're married and you still don't have communication with your husband or communication with your family, and you still feel alone. And and it's good to do this, to have to be able to talk. And I would encourage anyone that hasn't come on live to come on live, and that way you could talk to somebody and hear their voice without typing. um yeah, human contact does make you feel better, and it is definitely different, when you come live and you can actually um Well, it's just different than just typing because it made a difference in my life to be able to
Yeah,
see people and to see who they are and really get to know them, you know. And that way, when you see somebody and you see their name, you know, you don't see them as a picture, you see them as a person. Uh, but I would encourage anybody that hasn't come on live before, you know, just do it.
I think too, guys, one reason, at least for me, why I came up with this idea for me personally to do. Obviously, anybody can do it on their channels, but I mean, I wanted to do it too because I think right now, especially in our community, there's been obviously a lot of drama and a lot of things that went south. And I think if we give the chance for everybody to see who we are as a human being instead of just somebody typing, in the chat. And I think once you start to get to know people, like how they were raised, what happened, maybe different points in their life. Because, like I said, we're going to be talking about everything. We may talk about marriages, we may talk about divorces, we may talk about childhood, good or bad. Whatever subject we're on, it's getting to know people and maybe dropping the whole negativity and hatred for somebody and learning to get to know them, first of all, for who they really are, not just, all about auctions and showing jewelry, but maybe if you got to know them better, at least I hope this happens for me personally, that you could see where they're coming from, why they think the way they do, and maybe sit back and say, okay, I get it now. I understand her. Or, if nothing else, and learn to drop all the negativity and drama with people. Because, we're all in this world, we all make up this world. And if you spend your time being hateful and resentful and causing harassment and drama, you are only, shortchanging yourself. In the long run, you have to look at your health, first of all. I mean, if you are a negative person, your health is going to fail in some way, shape, or form. It will, or many forms. And, what good does it do? You know, why not try to understand where somebody's coming from? Maybe, like I said, get to know them this way through a chat or whatever, and see if you don't change your mind later on, because, yeah, exactly, Annie Beth, life is too short. One thing about me is I was in a really horrible car wreck many years ago. I shouldn't have lived, but I did, obviously. And from that day on, it changes you. You definitely think all the time life is too short. And, when it comes to people that maybe I'm not fond of, or they're not fond of me, or hate me, or whatever, I try to put out the olive branch because of that very reason, is because life is too short. And if one of us, either person, were to go right now, why on earth would we want that hatred and negativity to be the last thing that we dished out to somebody? Why not try some love? Why not try some understanding? I mean, that to me right now says a lot when I have friends like you guys that understand. You understand where I'm coming from. Just that alone, even if you don't totally agree with me and everything I stand for, it doesn't matter. If you can put it aside and say, Dawn, no matter what, I'm not going to hate you. I'm still going to be your friend, and, we're still going to get along. Because there doesn't have to be any of the bad. We're all adults, and we can choose what we want to do, with our attitudes.
Yeah. That's right. And that's what her chat channels could be about, is dealing with life. Yep. Just
Yeah,
dealing
just
with life.
exactly. We're going to talk about everything. I mean, cross out what's going on in the community. Like I said, we're going to talk about everything from kids to adults to grandmas and grandpas, or whatever in between. And
Food.
food, definitely. I think that's going to be a big topic that we go to. Uh,
Ah,
Food and what we're drinking tonight or whatever.
huh.
But why not? You only live once.
I know,
But
because
like I said, we got to
there's so
talk.
many people like Carolyn. I don't know a thing about Carolyn. Um, I don't know anything about you, Annie Beth. I know a little about Kay and her mom. Um, Lydia, I don't know much about her other than her husband wants her to cut her lights off and show her jewelry in the dark.
Oh, that's funny. It's still funny.
But anyway,
We never
you
live that
know,
one down.
it's.
Uh,
I mean, when you see these things, and and these are driving me crazy. I can't stand it, but my computer makes a click noise if I take it out. But when you're watching it live, and Lydia's going, "Cut the light on, cut the light." He's going to bed probably, and he's cutting all the lights off. And but
it's
I
funny.
don't. Well, maybe not. I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what he's doing, but she can't see.
It's fun.
And she's going
It's
to
funny
holler for
because,
him to cut the light on. I mean,
uh, oh God, it's still
it's
funny
it's
because
just funny
you're
when you
sitting
see
there
things
doing your video, and then all of a sudden the
so
lights.
loud. Yeah, and then it gets dark and you can't see anything.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. And see, like I said, I want to get
My
sick of
husband alone.
Blandine.
Yay, Lydia, I'm sorry. I'll leave him alone.
I want to get to know all of you, and like I said, you guys all definitely stay active in my chat. I definitely want you guys to stay the way you are. I don't want you to change for me or nobody. That's what this, when I said chat, I meant you guys too. It's not just Blandine, I'm only going to talk to you and only you. I want to talk to everybody. Like all of you, us together, having a conversation. Obviously, most of you are not live,
Yeah,
but like I said,
Annie Beth said she would be willing to come on. So,
awesome.
that's
So yeah,
great.
we can, I can pull, guests, have guests on here.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to meet, you know what? I am on Facebook. Look up Dawn Lane. If those of you that don't have me on Facebook, it'll be easier to get a hold of me there instead of email. Um, Send me a message and say, Dawn, your next chat, I would like to get on, and for sure I'll put you on. I have no problem. Now, obviously, I'm like I said, I'm just learning how to link people. I actually did it for the first time, and it was successful. So thank God, because we may have. Hopefully, we don't have any problems that way. But and
Yeah.
when I go to link you, it'll probably be like if you have a Gmail, might be easier or whatever. But look me up, Dawn Lane. What you have to do is it's a capital D and it's a capital L. So when you look me up, and definitely that might be easier. But if you want my email, does anybody want my email and would rather do it that way? Then I'll put it in the chat if you don't have it. But like I told Kay, Blandine, Lydia, whoever wants to, like, I would like to have chats with all you guys and with all the rest of you in the chat. Just let me know, and I will try to let you guys know when I'm going live. Next time, guys, I'm going to try to work on doing a 30-minute like notification, like Dawn's going on in 30 minutes or however that I don't know how that's worded, but like I can go in there and set it for a 30-minute, like,
Well, you can make
you
a, you can, what I would do, what I did was I would record on YouTube, uh, notification. I would just record and say, okay, I'm going to go live for a chat and at certain time. Then that way everybody would get a notification. And
yeah,
then,
that's
then
what
they,
I want to
that way,
do.
then they would let you know whether they would want to be, or even, even I could go out. It depends on how
Well,
many. I could go, and let somebody else come in or whatever.
she said there's a whole.
But
Oh,
who? So he's worried about the light bill, and he don't even pay for.
oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, Lydia. Tell him I'm sorry. Don't let him read it.
It's funny though, because she's sitting there and all of a sudden, boom, the lights turn.
I know, and she's
I
going.
love it.
It's dark in here, and you know exactly what happened. He done went behind her and cut the lights off.
Yeah, and I can't stop laughing, and I don't have enough. Like laughing too hard. I can't. Oh God.
Oh, so you can put a little make. Oh, so he cuts it off so you can finish your makeup. No, I love you guys. I do, because y'all make me laugh. Y'all make me happy, and that's why I like doing this. I mean, yeah, I like to sell jewelry, but I like to talk and have fun too. Lydia.
Some of us
So
are better at talking than selling jewelry. That would be me. I don't know.
yeah, but anyway, yeah. And Lydia, we will do a night where we stay up later for you to buy some jewelry.
Kay, you need to get on. Willow, I haven't ever seen your face before. Oh, what is? Oh, my avatar. It's a ice sculpture.
Yeah,
Willow.
yeah. It looks like it's
Facebook.
well.
It's in the shape of a like a wedding ring, a diamond ring. Yeah, it's an ice sculpture. And then my grandbaby is the background picture.
And it's LANE, right?
Yeah, like the road or like a road, whatever.
Yeah, a road.
But I think I'm going to close it down for you guys tonight. I did have fun. And like I said, I just wanted to do this. Here's another thing that I want to do with you guys. I thought about like something I used to do to get to know people is I used to like ask questions like, what would you rather have? Like, this is just examples. Like, are you pancakes or French toast? And you tell me what your favorite is. Pepsi or Coke? Things like that to get to know people. So, heads up, if I get you on a live, I may
That's right,
you
Lydia.
you know what I mean? To get to know, like Chevy or Ford, just
Yeah.
question to get to know, just a fun way to get to know people.
And I'd have to say Chevy, because if I said Ford, my husband would kick me out the door. Because I mean, I'll drive anything.
Yeah, I'll drive most anything.
Yes.
Except
Yeah.
don't you won't catch me in one of those PT Cruiser thingamajigs.
Oh, one of them little cars.
Uh,
Oh
that
Lord, no, that's a skateboard.
Cruiser that look like a no.
Those things are so tiny. I'd be scared to get in it.
I'd rather be seen in an old beater anything than that. That's just that. Yeah, I'll try to break the ice with some of you when you come on live and like ask random questions like that, and then we'll get to know everybody maybe that way. Uh, And I wouldn't mind having any of you on my chat, just to let you know. I mean, you guys are Carolyn, whoever. And like I said, if nothing else, with everything going on in our community, if we could get to know each other better, maybe we might change our mind, about people and realize we're all human. We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect and never will be. And, you know, maybe we can start to connect with people that way, because I am all about wanting to have fun and happy. I don't like things to go down. I want to, you know, keep it lively. I mean, we are going to talk about some subjects,
Right.
obviously, that are not going to be the greatest.
I'm gonna cut my light off, Lydia.
Oh my gosh. Uh, she's going to kill us. I am a French toast person all the way. I'd rather have French toast than pancakes, me personally.
I don't know. I'd have to
But
have
then there's some days I just want a stack of pancakes and some syrup.
peanut butter.
It sounds good right now too. We're back on food. I don't think we can ever get off of food, can we?
No.
We're good. Lydia said no. She said no. Well, thank you all for being here. I am gonna cut it down because it is that time for me to actually try to get some sleep, maybe. Um, and get a hold of me, like I said, on Facebook, or my email was there, and I think somebody just sent me a friend's request. Willow, is that you? Your name is Cheryl? Oh, Willow is Cheryl.
See, she didn't know that.
See, I didn't know that. So your name is Cheryl. That's awesome.
Monster bat wings I got there now. What monster bat wings?
So Willow, you did get the right Dawn Lane. So I will get to the Facebook. But let me know, guys. I'm going to get off of here. Thank you for joining us. Like I said, anybody is welcome. Well, except for the trolls, but Good night, Kay. Good night, Willow. Everybody, Lydia, Annie,
Good night,
Beth,
y'all.
um, and
I'll talk to
just
y'all later. See
take
y'all
care.
maybe.
We'll probably see you tomorrow in some way, shape, or form.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Somewhere. Maybe I'll try to come on early in the morning. Sometimes
Yeah, I do. That was another thing I was going to say, guys. I do originally. My thought was I wanted to have morning coffee with everybody. I thought that was a better time since there are people that have auctions late at night and all that. So I still want to do morning coffee shows. I'm going to call them shows because I don't know. It sounds better.
Oh, Willow, that's okay. I have them too.
What? She has what?
Bat wings.
Oh, I didn't see that.
What did she say? Monster bat wings.
Oh.
And I said, well, I'm sorry.
Oh, I don't want to show mine.
Yeah.
We don't see that, or our appetite that we just got through having is going to definitely go down. Lydia's staring at us, Blandine.
I know. Willa, send me a request, Lydia said.
Okay, girls, I'm going.
All right, good night, y'all. I love you guys.
And see you next time. Sweet dreams when you get there.
Yep. After you get something to eat.
Yeah. We got to get something to eat now that we've talked about every food known to man.
I couldn't dare. I wouldn't dare.
Go make you a squirrel, Blandine.
A squirrel? No.
Sure, that sounds good.
That's a rat family.
I'll talk to you guys later. Night.
All right. Good night, everyone.
see if I can end it.
And